the shit and letting it ring. Hey, let's go. It's time for Heartland Radio.
Here we go. Welcome to Heartland Radio 2.0. We're in Indianapolis, Indiana. This episode is brought to you by the people at SeatGeek. You know the deal. It's the smartest, easiest ways to get tickets to any live event. Any live event. If they sell paid admission, they have tickets for it. And every purchase is fully guaranteed. So when you shop with SeatGeek, you shop with complete confidence. Live a little, experience a lot. Go see something in person. Quit watching on your TV.
Exactly.
Fucking live.
Well said, Todd.
Hey, go live.
Go live. What are you doing? It's about the story.
Oh, you're watching other people live?
Oh, look at you.
Double tapping other people's lives?
Squeaking by in life without experiencing anything.
Oh, look at you.
I was in bed the other day and I thought of a saying, "You're alive, but are you living?"
Oh, you get it? Just like Cito.
Yeah, that's like, he's always inventing these new sayings, just like Cito does. It's awesome. If you download the SeatGeek app right now and enter the code Heartland, you get $10 off your first SeatGeek purchase. Download the app. Enter the code Heartland, 10% off your first SeatGeek
No, $10 off.
$10 off. I always say percent on the second go.
Which is kind of fucked up.
Yeah,
Because
whatever.
it could be $4,000 worth of ticket.
Yeah, but also on the flip
Let's just
side.
go by a fuck ton.
Flip side, if it's only a $50 order, you're only getting $5 off instead of $10.
That's right.
Yeah,
It's
I
$10
mean,
off.
Yeah, so
This is a show about math.
If so, sometimes.
Come on.
I love a
sometimes-
good math.
Some done that
Welcome
up.
to Ad Read.
Oh!
Hey-o.
I'm excited about this episode. We have another comedy legend joining us, and you know what? Let's just fucking get to it.
Is that right, Ty? You excited for it?
Yeah, I'm really excited for this one.
Joining us on the phone, a stand-up comedy legend. That's all we do. Legends only on this show. He was featured on HBO's Torgasm with Dane Cook. He's been on just about everything Comedy Central has ever offered. He was a regular on Louie, where he played Louis C.K.'s brother for several seasons, and he was in the movies Good Luck Chuck and Trainwreck, and now he hosts the hit comedy podcast, You Know What, Dude? And you can check his live show this Friday in Fort Wayne, Indiana at the Tiger Room, this Saturday at Indianapolis at the Helium Comedy Club. Ladies and gentlemen, Robert Kelly.
Is that a button you push, or is that actually people?
No, it's just a button. It's a soundtrack. I'm in my living room right now, not wearing pants, talking to Robert Kelly. How are you, brother?
What's up? What's going on, guys?
Last time you were in town, I was maybe a year ago, a little over. You were in Indianapolis. You were at Morty's Comedy Joint, R.I.P. It's no longer in existence. But me and several of the other gang here went to see you, and I just want people to know, like, when I say legend, not only because he's been at it for over 30 years, it's because he's still, to this day, like, one of the top 5 live shows I've ever seen in my life. Like, dude, I was laughing from beginning. And I see a lot of comedy shows, so I don't laugh like normal people, but I laugh from beginning to end till my stomach hurt. You're a boss.
Buddy, thank you very much. I that is a very high compliment. Yeah, it's so funny you say live. I really do stink on TV.
I'm sure the specials are great. I just don't watch them. I'm a live guy.
No, listen, I'm telling you, there's certain comics that don't, when you have to, look, my special was good that I filmed myself, but any other TV thing, when they tell you do and don't and this and that, you're taking something away. Like even Bill Hicks, David Tell. You see David Tell live, there's not a funnier guy on fucking earth live.
Agreed.
And then when he's on TV and they have to record it, there's something about when you put him in a corral, that it doesn't translate. He's still amazingly funny, of course.
Yeah.
But when you see him live, there's a fucking difference.
Well, there's that energy that you absorb from the person to your left and to your right and to front of you and behind you. You know what I mean? That you can't replicate that on TV. But it is what it is. You had boxing class today, right? Did we interrupt that?
Boxing? No, I had boxing. It's so funny. It's all. It's not. I'm not fighting people. It's pretty much, aerobics with a bunch of middle-aged women.
We've done that.
Punch the shit out of the bag.
and I'm fucking Captain Modify. I gotta modify everything. You know, and I'm looking over this 48-year-old woman just doing jumping jacks, and I'm doing the step jumping jacks. And this poor girl the girl is training. She's doing all this shit. She's so happy she put this thing together, and she's got to look over at me with a sad face and go, "All right, if you have to modify."
Like doing push-ups on your knees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is fitness
Bring your knee all the way to your chest. I can't physically.
Is fitness a big part of your life, or how's that going for you?
Well, dude, it's a wrap right about now.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking wrap, dude. It's done. I got a 5-year-old kid. I swear to God, 2 weeks ago we went to this dinosaur park. It's like a hiking trail with dinosaur shit, and he ran, and I just said, I was like, bye. I can't go after you, buddy. I can yell, come back, but if you don't listen, I hope I gave you enough skills. You know?
Yeah, I forgot you had a late in life kid, right? You've been married for a while. How long you been married?
Yeah. I've been married. What was that? Patrice on the other line. He said my wife's been with me for 6 years. I've been with her for 3 months. Greatest line ever. But no, we've been married for like 11 years. Okay. She's been with me for like 20. I've been with her for like 12.
What? So your son's 5. Like, what's he into? Is he like you or like her?
Unfortunately, he's like me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's. Not unfortunately. I say that jokingly. I love my kid's a little fucking out there. He's a dreamer. He's very creative, and he's I got very lucky. He's a very cool kid, good looking kid. He's got his shit together. He likes nerdy shit, but he likes playing the drums. He loves metal. He loves Maroon 5. So he's very he's not that one way. But it's funny. I told my wife, I go, maybe we should have another baby, give him a sibling. She goes, yeah, I'm 46. I'm not having a mongoloid. It's not happening. Well, we can fix a hair lip, honey. I mean,
what's that?
So, yeah.
You decided to have a small family. You came from like a giant family, right? Didn't you grow up in like a household? You had like 15 people in your household growing up? I had,
hang on, my wife just came in. It's in my hoodie. The key's in the hoodie. I don't know where the fucking key is. I'm doing a photo. All right. Well, where's the fucking key? No, this is it right here. Right. This is how a fucking legend I am. I'm being activated on the fucking show.
That's because of the whole she's been with you for 20, you've been with her for 12 thing. She came fucking running in.
No, she's going to dump me in a year. Did you get in the car and try to start it? Bring the bag in. I don't know what the fuck. Yeah, bring that with you. Try to start the car. Sorry, guys. This is... Oh, shit, me. This is fucking just humiliating. I mean, just my balls. Where's the key? Now I'm looking for a key. She's got me panicking. Fuck.
I'm happy to hear it happens to legends. I think this is the most,
all right, there you go.
this
Yeah,
is the most relatable thing that's ever happened on a podcast.
Yeah, I'm a fucking legend. I got a Honda CRV. We're looking for the keys.
God.
Yeah, I can't. I did come from I had a big Irish Catholic family, but it's from Boston. But then, my mom moved out, got married to some dickhead. I think when I was like in kindergarten, when I was my son's age.
Really?
And he was a piece of shit. Yeah, he was never
the worst.
I was in therapy yesterday. I was talking to my therapist. I go, I don't even remember this guy playing with me. Like, I remember he used to make me wash the spokes on his Monte Carlo SS. Like that was my reward. And then he'd take me for a drive with the T-tops open. What a douche.
That's the worst. Well,
How about a hug or a hair tussle if I did a good job, you piece of shit?
well, now, hey, you got a good example of what not to do with your kid. So your kids, I'm sure, spoiled as shit.
I hug my kid. I'll make out with my kid like Tom Brady. I don't give a shit. I love my kid.
Did I remember this correctly from my last conversation with you? Did you have to? Did you hit rock bottom as far as drinking and drugging at like age 15?
Oh yeah, dude. I just went up to Rochester and did a show last week where I went back to the last place I drank. The last drink I had was in Rochester. I lived up there, and I actually worked on a farm. Like for the summer, the juvenile system put me at this job 5 days a week, like 6 hours for the day, cleaning shit and sheep shit and goat shit and weeding cornfields by hand, all the shit. But I kind of fell in love with it, and it kind of put me on a right path. But I was still fucking up, and I had my last time I got arrested was in Rochester. Last juvie jail, last drink, last drug was in Rochester, and I just went back there. I went to the spot that I drank the last time, and I got arrested. It was pretty fucking crazy. Yeah,
nice.
I stole a gumball machine out of a fucking a market.
Sometimes you got to do that, man.
Did you?
Yeah, that's a tough guy move when you're in prison. What'd you do? I stole a car. What'd you do? I murdered somebody. What'd you do? I stole gum.
Did you grow up with? Did you know anybody like? I don't remember when Whitey Bulger got arrested. But in the era of when he was kind of running shit, you probably were, right? Because Dana White had to run in with him.
I was in the 80s was when I was kind of fucking off. I mean, I think he might already. I mean, South Boston was bad. You didn't go. Boston was very segregated back then. You know, the Irish lived there, the Italian lived there, the blacks lived over there, the Puerto Ricans lived here. You know, even in like like every separate town, like my town, Medford. It was segregated into South Medford was Italian, North Medford was Irish, West Medford was blacks and some whites. So it was very segregated, Boston. And you didn't hang out in a gang, you hung out at a park. So like, the Italian kids hung out at Tufts Park. The Irish kids hung out at North Park. So it was like these, so during the day it was jungle gyms and kids playing around. At night it was just a bunch of fucking ruthless assholes drinking and, looking for trouble. So,
right.
we didn't really fuck with South Boston. South Boston, you didn't go there. Even on like St. Patty's Day, you'd get fucking the shit kicked out of you. I dated a girl from South Boston once, one of the hottest girls I've ever been with. But I dumped her. I stopped seeing her because she always wanted me to drive her home and make out in front of her house. And I was like, I was petrified. One of these fucking gingers are going to walk by and go, what the fuck is that cocksucker fucking making out with Sarah for? I just stopped seeing her. It just wasn't worth it. The hand job was not worth it.
What is it about Boston that produces so many great comedians?
Yeah.
Because we were losers for so long. We're just blue collar fucking losers.
What kind of?
I mean, we had a fucking shitty highway system. We were in traffic all the fucking time. Everybody worked their ass off. We were a bunch of, we weren't racist, but we were prejudiced against each other. You know what I mean? Like we didn't, nobody hated black people or Puerto Ricans, and blacks didn't hate whites. We just didn't live near each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was very blue collar, very Archie Bunker, and we were always losers. The Red Sox fucking lost. The only thing we had the Celtics for a couple of years, but that's about it. So I think in that, that honesty and that, just that fuck you, go fuck yourself. If and the crowds were like that too. The crowds were never dumb. You know what I mean? They were smart, but they laughed at fucked up shit. If it was funny, they laughed at it. They didn't give a shit. If it was, as long as it was funny, they laughed. And they let you know. If you weren't funny, Jesus Christ, I saw Colin Quinn get booed off by 500 people. Just these guys these guys, Don Gavin, Steve Sweeney, Lenny Clark, Dennis Leary, Kevin Knox, these fucking Tony V. These guys, there was no comedy in Boston. They didn't have comedy clubs in Boston. These guys started their own comedy clubs. They started comedy as we know it today. It didn't exist. Like, you had like fucking Tonight Show horse shit. These guys were like, go fuck yourself. They went to a Chinese restaurant, rented out a back room, and put on their own shows. And if you wanted to get on the show, you had to go in the kitchen and make them laugh for 5 minutes. And then you got on the show.
I have a question for you. Are you worried that with all of Boston's success, literally winning everything, that the future of Boston is going to be a soft one? Honestly, because you said the comedy came from all the terrible years of failure. But now all Boston seems to do is win. Are you worried about the future? Too much happiness?
Name me one comic from Boston right now that you know is funny.
Oh, okay. Question answered.
No, I'm kidding.
What a fucking answer!
I'm kidding. Well, you know what's funny is that look, Joe List is fucking hilarious. There's my last generation that came out was fucking great, but there is a bunch of funny guys. It comes back around. So there are a lot of funny guys coming out of Boston. But the problem with Boston, you can make a living in Boston. So what happens to a lot of these guys, why leave? Like I asked Tony V, one of the founding motherfuckers, one of the funniest guys walking. Do you know who Tony V is?
I don't.
Okay. And you should, but you don't. And the reason why you don't is because they don't have to leave Boston. They can stay there and just make a great living being the funniest motherfuckers around in Boston, Yeah. And it's like, I asked him, I go, why didn't you ever just go to New York or he's like, we made this. We're not giving it away. Mm-hmm. This whole community we did here, all these clubs and this money and this business, we did it. We started it. It's ours. And we're not just giving it to somebody else. So we're here taking care of it. You know what I mean?
That's beautiful. So, that would be a great movie. I would like to see how that came to be. That would be a great fucking movie.
That would be a great movie.
Well, there is a movie called When Stand Up Stood Out.
Really?
It's about that whole thing I just told you about. And, these guys, what happened was, back in the day, Lenny Clark and all these guys and Tony V and Sweeney and Don Gavin, they would do these things. And then comics started coming from other places to Boston. Like Janine Garofalo and, Bobcat Goldthwait and blah, blah, blah. So they started coming to Boston. The industry came, and instead of taking those guys, they took them. And they were fucking pissed.
Oh, got it. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, they were like, we built this fucking thing. These people came, and you come and you take these motherfuckers,
Gotcha.
Yeah. So what they would do when out-of-town comics would come, that's what happened to Colin Quinn. When out-of-town comics would come, they would overload the show in front of them with the Steve Sweeney, Noxie, Don Gavin. And they would fucking bury any comic from somewhere else, bury them. And they'd be like, all right, go ahead, do your thing. And they would just bomb.
That's awesome.
I'll tell you what, though, if you could survive
watch that movie.
Yeah.
Even Colin's in it talking about the time the guy Joe Yannetti, who's fucking hilarious, he had to go on stage and give like some type of speech to walk Colin out of the room.
That's great. What kind of jobs? You came from a blue collar area, blue collar lifestyle. What kind of jobs did you have to do before you were able to get paid and make a living on stand up?
Yeah, I had 5 jobs. I could never do one job because comedy was my thing. So. Yeah. I just got a bunch of shitty jobs. I delivered flowers on Sunday in the van.
Nice.
Which I loved. Talk radio, a cigar, and then I just had to go to old people's fucking places and drop off flowers. And then I worked with juvenile delinquents. So I did an overnight shift where I would just make sure they didn't run. I pretty much fell asleep. They'd wake me up and be like, hey, can I go to the bathroom? I'm like, oh, yeah, sure, go ahead. And I was the worst. They'd be like, hey, we had cake tonight. Can I go? Yeah, go get me a piece and come back up and watch the TV and then go back to bed. So then I worked at a restaurant as a waiter at this great restaurant in Boston, actually where I met my wife. and then and I worked with mentally. I guess it's called mentally challenged now, but back then it was MR, mentally retarded.
Right.
So I lived in a house with 6 elderly, not elderly, like in the 50s, mentally challenged adults. So they were my roommates.
Yeah.
So I had to be home 5 days a week from 11 to 8. So it was perfect because I got to do my comedy, and I'd make it home. I just had to make sure they were out in the morning, and then on Fridays and Saturdays I had off. Friday, Saturday, Sundays I had off. Friday nights. So then I would, and they gave me food and $100, and I had a place to live. And I lived with these guys, and they were the best. They were the fucking best. I used to tell girls like I just had weird roommates.
You're not lying.
Hilarious. Barry would come out. He was a 59-year-old dude with Down syndrome. He'd have his wig on crooked, his teeth out, and he'd be wearing fucking G-string underwear, and he'd just come out of his room. Hi.
Pat just found a picture of Tony V. He looks like a fucking legend.
I love
He looks
Tony
the
V.
part.
Yeah, Tony Viveros, is that his name?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
followed.
He's amazing. Dude, hands down one of the fun. I mean, you can't. I mean, Don Gavin is still one of the funniest fucking people walking. It'll be a thing for comedy fans just to go to Boston and see these guys perform.
Hey, do you remember a guy named Bob Batch?
No.
Okay. He was from the Boston area. He lives in Louisville now. It just seemed like he was supposedly there in the heyday. I was just going to verify that. But if you haven't heard it, maybe you just verify it.
Sounds like he lied.
Yeah.
Sounds like Bob Batch is a fucking liar.
There's a lot of guys that were. I mean, there's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean,
for sure.
There's a lot of guys that were there in the heyday. But yeah, my crew was Billy, Burr, Dane, Patrice, Bob Marley, Gary Gulman, me. We were coming up. We were the open micers at one point.
Dane Cook, whenever I was in high school, kind of took over the world. Then a couple of years later, something happened with his brother. I think his brother robbed him, but the story's all coming out now for millions of dollars. Yeah. Then he went on another tour. It was kind of a dark situation. Do you keep in touch with him? Do you all from the Tourgasm store keep in touch with each other, still friendly, or is it kind of everybody doing their own thing?
Nah, we don't really talk. Look, man, he's out in L.A. He's doing his thing. He's still he's got a 20-year-old girlfriend. I have a 5-year-old son and a 45-year-old wife. I mean, what are we going to talk about? You know what I mean?
Our listeners know Gary Gulman.
He has a Lamborghini and a fucking Ducati. I got a Honda CRV.
Without keys.
Our listeners love Gary Gulman. He's a regular caller. He calls in a lot, and he's the complete opposite of you, I would say. But you're both two of my favorite guys. So, like, do you? How did that relationship go? Like, you're polar opposites. Yeah.
Gary Gulman was one of my favorite people on the fucking planet Earth. When we were both open micers together, he actually came to me and he said he was an accountant. He had a great job, and he was like, "Look, I'm quitting my job to do comedy. I need a job." And I hooked him up at this restaurant I worked at as a waiter. And let me tell you something. Seeing Gary Gulman, he was so nervous waiting tables, he would shake. Here's this big fucking Superman-looking guy just shaking, taking a fucking pasta order. But, me and him, we were friendly, and then all of a sudden after work, we'd go get cigars. He was the one who kind of got me into cigars and comic books. We would go and meet downtown Boston and grab a cigar and read comic books on the corner. It was a fucking, I'm a fucking tough juvenile delinquent douchebag, and he's a smart, intelligent young man, accountant, and we just had this common, thing about funny. We'd make each other laugh, and we like smoking cigars, and we like philosophizing, and we just made a bond there. And then over the years, we just always kept in touch, and he is one of my dearest friends, and I'm so happy right now for him because, it's funny because people always say, about me and him too, but Gary Gulman was one of the funniest guys. And then you see these people that get famous and make millions and do theaters and blah, blah, blah. And you're like, I don't get it. The fastest horse doesn't win the race in this business. But I think if you kind of hang in there and you keep doing the work like Gary, and now he's finally getting the recognition. He's got the HBO special, and the big people out there finally realize that this guy's the fucking real deal. And he wears his heart on his sleeve. He's a gentle giant, and he's one of the best joke writers and one of the funniest people I know. So my relationship with Gary has always been solid. And the great thing about Gary is that you can call him, or he'll call you, and you can have a fight. Like we've nose to nose. I mean, I'm on my tippy toes, but we fought. I mean, we fought one time in a jacuzzi about, I think, fucking. I was calling somebody a fucking liberal, and he fucking snapped. And I think we were in a jacuzzi in Cabo, and it was like 2 a.m. We were just screaming at each other. But then we both have the same temper. You know what I mean? We're both lovable guys. As soon as we screamed it out, and all of a sudden we just hugged. I love you, dude. I love you too. I'm sorry. It's over.
That's great to know. We're real happy for your success as of late as well. Hey, what are you into TV wise? You've been in TV shows. You're in movies. So I always like to find out people that have done a lot of acting. Like, what kind of shows are you into?
It's weird. Listen, man, I like great shit. Of course, I like good shows, whatever. But I love silly shit too, man. I love Monk. I love anything on USA Network. I used to watch. Like, remember the show Psych?
Yeah.
Psych, White Collar, all those. Suits.
Dude, I fucking love that. No, I don't want to have to be a fucking genius and know subtext and fucking plots and story arcs. I just want to be entertained for an hour and hear some funny shit and kind of be like, oh shit, I know you're gonna work it out at the end. I get it, but
Robert,
So
I like to be entertained. I like to be entertained too, Robert. So my question is, like, you're a comedian. When you did your dramatic turns on all the Law and Orders that you've done, which has been plenty throughout the years, is that? Do you like going to that dramatic side?
Yeah, I like it. It's sad that comics, we don't get to do that more. I wish we did, because it's for me. When I was doing comedy with all those guys back in the day, I quit comedy for 2 years back in the 90s when we all started.
Is that when you were in LA?
I booked. No, in Boston.
Oh, okay.
When we were in Boston, Patrice, Burr, Dane, I was in a comedy group. That comedy group broke up. Dane kind of popped a little bit, got a 7-Up ad. I don't know what the fuck happened. And then I went and acted. I went and fucking did 2 movies and a play, an off-Broadway play in Boston for 2 years. So I was kind of out of the comedy game for a minute, just acting. I really got into acting. I had a private teacher in Boston, Peter Kelly, and I was a member of the Harrison Project. So I was kind of doing that fucking acting thing for a minute. And then it's so funny, too. You can still see the movie I did. It's a romantic comedy called Last Night at Eddie's. I think it's on YouTube.
Oh,
you want to laugh, Google that. YouTube that shit.
Last Night at Eddie's?
I got one more acting question. One of your co-stars recently, LeBron James, in a film. Were you ever on the set at the same time he was?
No, and I don't like the guy, and I hope he fucking. I hope he slips in a banana peel.
Fair enough.
No problem with that.
And I'll tell you why. I was at a UFC event in the front row. Dana White got me and Jim Norton these great tickets for Chael Sonnen and what's his name, Silva, the 2, right? And there was these 3 smoking hot girls, just hot chicks that got front row because they're hot chicks, because life is not fucking fair, right? So LeBron comes walking over, and they're like, hey, can we have a photo? Can we have a photo? And he was like, yeah, sure, of course. And they were like, can you take it? I'm like, absolutely, whatever you need. And I take the photo, and then I go, hey, LeBron, will you take a picture of a chubby bald guy? And he just looked me up and down and just said, like, with fucking disgust, and walked away.
Oh, no.
Wow.
What a douchebag. I knew it.
Yeah,
I
we
knew
knew.
it.
It's like, dude, first of all, I'm in the second to first row. I'm not just a douchebag in the last row. You know what I mean? I'm not going to attack you. I have some. I'm here for a reason. You fuck. You know. I mean, at least smile. Just take a fucking photo with a dumpy guy. What the fuck?
Especially you just took the photo for him with the hot chicks. Jesus Christ.
And then the worst part was the girls turned around and were like, sorry. And they looked at me like, I hope you all get pregnant.
Oh, Robert Kelly, you're truly, I'm not lying, one of my favorite comedians, and I'm glad that you called, Dan. I can't thank you enough. Everybody, go to robertkellylive.com. If you live in Indiana and you listen to the show, he's a Friday in Fort Wayne at the Tiger Room. Yeah. That room's a little gym, by the way. You're going to love it. And in Indianapolis at the Helium Comedy Club. And if you live in another state, he's going to be near you sometime soon. Check him out, robertkellylive.com.
Come down to this show. These son of a bitches in your town wait till the last minute to fucking buy a ticket.
They do.
And they stress my life out.
They do.
I mean, could you just could you just go online right now and buy 10 tickets and get 10 and it's a fucking 80-seater. Can we get it together?
They wait till the last minute like a motherfucker. Trust me, I hate it. All right, man. Hey, can't thank you enough. Anytime that you're passing by, stop in. Come see us. You know what I mean? Like you come through this area every now and again.
I will, dude. This was a lot of fun. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks, Robert.
I'll try to come see you Saturday. If I do, maybe we'll grab a cigar.
Yeah, that sounds good. Let's do that.
All right, brother. Everybody give it up.
Hey, good luck with those keys, too.
Yeah.
I mean, we're pulling for you and your wife to find those keys for that CRV.
Thank you, buddy.
Robert Kelly, everybody.
I'll talk to you later.
All right, bro. Fucking Robert Kelly, man. That guy is a good fucking time. He was good.
Mm-hmm. You guys went and saw him last year and he crushed.
Yes. Yeah, we hung out for a while. Just a good dude. I mean, for somebody who doesn't drink or do any kind of drugs, because a lot of times I see those comedians who used to do it and they stop, and after the show, they're fucking useless. Like, they're no fun at all to hang out with. This guy is a good fucking time.
Hey, I cleaned his life up, but he sucks.
You're at a bar and you suck here?
Like he can go and be around you drinking and still fucking outfun you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Usually guys, like, they get uncomfortable in that environment and they're just fucking, they're like, I'm just going to sit here in the chair and be boring.
I feel like a lot of the people that we talk to once had a problem with something, and then they've got their lives clean, and now they're just famous. And I don't know if it ties together. Do I need
I would say addiction, usually is anti-success for most people.
I don't know. I feel like we talk to a lot of success stories about it with addiction.
But what I think you're missing is whenever you're addicted to something, you're not focusing on something else. So whenever you lose that, you 100% focus on something else, which in turn usually catapults you in your chosen career.
I think you're right. He got addicted to being a successful stand-up comedian. Look what happened.
Yeah.
Boom.
When he was 15, he stopped drinking in Rochester.
Yeah.
That was a wild story, by the way.
Wild story.
Ty, what did you think of that interview?
You know, they just don't make them like that anymore.
You're right. I mean, he said it. He said it himself.
He actually did say that.
Yeah, he did.
Ty would know.
Yeah, I was sitting in here. I mean, I heard it. You know, I remember him saying that.
Ty looks like a fucking zombie right now.
I am very tired. I haven't been this tired in maybe since I started working here.
Really?
Yeah.
Just a long one last night.
Yeah, you know, every once in a while that'll just happen, and then
I feel terrible.
couldn't sleep very well.
People should know what you go through just to make these things happen on a regular
it's
basis.
not that bad.
We're very appreciative of you.
You're like a fireman.
Yes, you're a fucking badass.
A couple of days you're 24 hours on.
Yeah.
And then a couple of days not so much. And then you're 24 hours on again. You're like a fireman here, putting out a lot of fires and producing a lot of fire content, if you know what I'm saying.
Hey, there we go. There we go.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Speaking of working hard and all these things, we all agree that when a woman has a baby, that the maternity leave is very important. Correct?
Sure.
We feel that way strongly.
Yes.
Yeah.
We do.
PMI.
Something I agree with. I mean, it's 9 months on the body. It's a real toll.
Oh,
okay?
yeah.
10, some say.
Sometimes irreversible damage.
But, so here's my thing. You know, one of my favorite humans in the world, Kim Kardashian. Okay?
Oh, boy.
She put up a post, and the post said, the post has nothing to do with what the caption is. It says, what we do on maternity leave, and it's a video of her daughter dancing. She had a surrogate Why the fuck is Kim Kardashian on maternity leave?
Rich people problems.
Like, I don't get that one.
Where's she gonna leave up?
Well, yeah, I mean, she's never worked a day in her life.
She also
so.
just owns her
Oh,
own
now wait
shit.
a second.
You don't know what it's like to be a reality TV star, Instagram model. Now she's a lawyer getting people out of jail.
What?
Kim K grinds forever, but this whole maternity leave talk with a surrogate mom is one of the most egregious things I've ever heard in my entire
Thank you.
life.
That's what I agreed. I was
Maybe
like,
she just gets the fuck away from Kanye for 6 weeks.
Well, that
Good
could-
You know
luck.
what I mean?
Not a
that
bad
could
play.
be. Probably do have to do that every now and then, just to stay sane.
I just didn't understand. I didn't. She has no touch with the real world at all.
No.
How could she?
That's officially gone.
Guys, I took a child development class in college, all right? The first couple of months with the baby are the most important. So it makes
Oh,
sense.
so it's about the relationship with the baby,
Yeah.
not
Very
the
important.
recovery
Child
from the
development.
pregnancy.
Correct.
I got it. Did you see what Ray J did the other day, by the way?
Coming right back.
He was a part of Sean Merriman's Lights Out Extreme Fighting. He's an investor. He was in the ring for every match. I know that.
Wow.
Well, he someone put up a post like Kim Kardashian's posts are worth $1 million every time she tweets, or and he put underneath, "You're welcome."
Hey, I saw she gets like $1 million per Instagram
yeah, that's
post.
what Ray J commented underneath. You're welcome.
Jesus Christ.
No way.
Good for her.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd buy that.
There's no way.
Because if that was the case, then wouldn't you be posting on Instagram like 10, 15 times a day?
Yeah, but who's paying that? It might be $1 million for a collection of posts, if I would assume.
Might be some dumbass Darren Ravel stat where it's like
$1 million worth
Right.
of marketing.
Correct. But I never see it. It's never for like a company. No company's being like, "Hey, tweet one time for this $1 million."
Yeah, there's no way it's a one Instagram
Correct.
post for $1 million. But I will say this: if you're going to get in bed with somebody, social media wise,
Yeah.
Kris Jenner's the lady to get in bed with.
Yep.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
For
If,
sure.
if you want to move some product,
Yeah, you want to get on the map.
yeah, that is
Who
the
you
way.
get in bed with right there.
So I just wanted to bring that up because I had a little bit of an issue with her.
Yeah, you hate Kim K.
I'm on Ray J's side.
You think he deserves a little bit more
Yeah,
credit?
I do.
Well, it's not Kim's fault that her mom was like, "We're gonna flip this dick fucking until an entire
Well, I've
$1 industry."
I've always said this. I've said, and I'll say it till the day I die. If I enjoyed the tape more, I wouldn't be so against her. Like I just don't, I just don't think she worked hard enough for it.
If she had to do it over again, she would have put in a little more effort. I think.
I
on
would
the
think
video.
so, too.
Yeah, it was pretty lackadaisical.
Fucking dead.
There's no guarantees. though. Look at Paris Hilton.
Yeah.
She's still riding the coattails of the hotel money.
Well,
Putting out albums that no one's listening to. But
House of Wax was a good movie.
It was, wasn't it? Hey, that was a good
I was a
movie.
big fan of that movie.
Kind of freaked me out a little bit. That just empty town. That's crazy.
where did Paris? Paris went wrong in that she didn't have a mom manager.
Right.
making the moves in
Making
the Ivory
correct
Tower.
moves. Yeah.
Oh, whenever
I
your
feel like she
mom's
made
on
Kim
that.
K, though.
Huh?
I feel like she made Kim K.
She did.
Well, Ray J made Kim K. She employed Kim K.
I think Paris got him hooked up, though. So
Yeah.
Paris was
Kim
like,
doesn't meet Ray J without Paris.
Yeah.
One night in Paris.
So Chris really just kind of, she always had this in her, and she just sat back and was a house mom for a long time, right?
Yep.
When she was married to Kardashian, the attorney.
Yep.
Kardashian.
Mr. Robert.
She always had
yes.
this in her, and then she just.
Well, she was
Then
probably
she fucked
practicing,
OJ.
making moves in the community. You know, preying on the housewives there. And the single
Sliding
dads.
over to OJ's house.
Yeah, you know. Some
What?
would say.
What did you say?
A what?
What?
I'm a firm believer by that, Tony.
OJ?
Oh, yeah.
What is the mother to the
Or
Kardashians?
not Courtney. What's the other
it's
one?
close. Close
Chloe's.
dad is OJ.
Well, why don't they DNA?
Well, how is she the
refuses
whitest one of them all?
Oh, no.
She definitely is the whitest of the three.
You should see
Treatments.
younger
The other
photos
two
of
are
her.
way more exotic in complexion.
Riddle me that.
Riddle me this: 23andMe digs.
No.
I think they just tangle it.
Trust me.
The young
Self-tanner's
photos of her
big
looks
nowadays.
just like OJ's real daughter, like
Yeah.
with the other.
Trust me on this one.
What about
Twins.
Kanye though? Shouldn't Kanye get a little credit for all the fame?
No, he was way
I don't think
after,
so.
dude.
Kanye is currently being the gold digger of the relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, when they first got married or whatever,
Yeah.
Kanye
Yeah.
was supposedly in $40 million in debt, and
Yeah.
that's what her app was making a year.
I was gonna
or
say
forgot
whatever.
about that.
she's getting bum Kanye. She doesn't know, you know.
Well, he ain't about that broke though. Bro. that's the only thing I can add to this conversation.
We still need to do a segment where you just read rap lyrics.
I ain't saying she's a gold digger.
I'm not messing with that baroque.
So maternity leave is not. It's more so for the relationship with the baby.
Yeah, it actually is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh,
interesting.
see, I thought it was for the recovery of the mother.
I thought so too. Like, hey, you know what? You
Ah,
deserve
2
some
for
time
1. I
off.
mean,
That's why, I think in Europe
Probably
there
a
are
little
countries
of
where
both.
the guys will get maternity leave as well.
That's happening here.
That's a thing
that,
here.
that
too.
would be
Yeah.
what then, Foxy?
Paternity. leave.
Yes, it is pa.
There you go.
Paternity
That's on
leave.
me. I should have let him.
Yeah, the
stumble on
father
that
can
one.
take
I would
it.
have.
I know.
I mean, Zito just learned what Brexit meant. I mean, that was.
Absolutely insane.
I feel like I've failed. I feel like we have all
No.
failed Zito. The
I
fact
feel like
that
they failed. They should have had a way better name.
cool. That's neither here nor there. But the fact that you did not know what Brexit stood for until you went back to Chicago for a family reunion, I blame everybody in this office for not explaining what that meant to you earlier.
What did he think it was?
A country
He
in
thought,
Europe.
he thought it was a country or a city or something like
Yeah,
that.
I
Like,
just thought it was like, one of those things.
oh, Brexit England, that place. They're deciding to go build walls.
Place
and
is
they're
always doing something.
In his defense, it kind of does sound like a British city,
Well, sure.
like Sussex or something like that.
Yeah.
because there's an X in there.
Like, why did they just do Britain exit? That's such a dumb thing.
What did you want? What do you think it should have been, Z?
Well, they should have named it after the law they're trying to do. I don't know, like one of their amendments. I have no idea. It should have been something way
Leave
better.
law. Leave law. We're talking about leave law today.
L squared. Yeah, call it L squared. I don't know.
Zito got bamboozled this weekend. Thought it was Patron. It was bottom of the shelf tequila.
Oh, what'd you
Well,
get?
So we ordered Patron shots, and they come out. They have the bottle of Patron, and we all take it. We give the bartender one as well, and the bartender's like goes to the garbage and spits it out. And she's like, "Yeah, our daytime bartender actually likes to run little tricks on the bar."
Hey, that's illegal, by the way.
I know. And then the rest of the night we got free drinks.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like that was like the most fucked up thing because I almost puked right away.
That shit's illegal.
It's a bait and switch.
Yeah, it's actually illegal, I think.
Taffer would burn that place to the ground.
Oh, shut it.
Rightfully so.
Is this vodka?
What a fucking scumbag that guy
It is a very scumbag move.
Bad move.
Still happens though.
Oh, yeah.
Pouring the bad into the good bottle.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It happened to me.
I love that. Hustle.
Did it?
I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
did.
yeah. I bought a bottle of Patron or whatever for everybody, and it tasted like shit. I was like, "Yo, this tastes like shit." And the bottle service person was like, "Oh yeah, it's definitely not Patron." I said, "What are you even talking? I'm paying like $4,000."
So is it easier to do like with tequila then?
I think it's any bottles. Could you do with vodka too? They do it with vodka as well.
Yeah.
You could do it with anything as long as it's the same color. It doesn't matter. I mean, it does. But it is against. I looked into it, and it's like against the law. Like I could have. I could have owned that club if I wanted to. Which
yeah.
I chose not to. It's too
That's
much
a lot of work,
responsibility. We almost started a
We've
club.
looked into this.
I can have your shitty bar, but I'm gonna elect not to.
What I was thinking was tequila is a way to make you last longer in bed.
Yeah,
But if you didn't want to get drunk and last longer in bed,
Great transition.
Roman. Okay, Roman swipes. Most guys have tried different ways to last longer, but thinking about baseball doesn't always work. The folks at Roman, an online men's health company, are changing the game with Roman swipes, the secret to longer lasting sex.
Wow.
Roman swipes are a clinically proven way to last longer in bed. They're effective, easy to use, fast acting, and doctor recommended, but don't require a prescription. Roman can ship swipes to you in discreet, unmarked packaging, and each swipes packet is small enough to hide in your wallet for whenever you need it. Swipes are great. They will not transfer to your partner, so you can last longer without worrying, okay?
Oh.
They're super easy to use. Just take swipes out of the packet, apply it, let it dry, and you're good to go. That's it. That's it.
Oh, you gotta let it dry.
Yes,
easy.
yeah. Let it dry. Let it dry. I think there might be some transfer shit happening there.
I want to say there is some downside to this. Like, look at how terrible Ty looks today.
Yeah.
You know why?
Roman swiping all night.
Fucked all night.
Yeah, all night. Him and his lady.
But if you're worried about the drying part, just stick your dick under one of those hand dryers in the bathroom and you're fine.
All the bacon
Oh,
receivers?
we're fucking in restaurants now. Great.
Well, some people do. Not me. Not me. Keep Roman swipes in your back pocket for longer, better sex and get yours fast with free 2-day shipping by visiting GetRoman.com/Heartland. That's GetRoman.com/Heartland.
Hey, speaking of Tiger Woods,
Okay.
he's kind of screwed, boys.
What do you mean?
He's got some issues.
What do you mean?
What's going on?
He owns The Woods restaurant, Jupiter, Florida.
Good name. Great
Okay?
name, actually.
The manager of said restaurant.
Better name if it was at Stanford.
Okay. I forget her name. Oh, Erica.
Okay.
She's the bar manager.
Fucking hate Erica. But go
They
ahead.
start knocking nickels.
Okay.
Okay. Tiger.
This is the girl that was at the Masters?
Yeah.
Yes. They start knocking nickels. All right. His bar manager or his restaurant manager. Boom. They have a 23 or 24-year-old bartender drinking problem.
What do you mean?
Okay? Huh?
What do you mean?
He had a problem with drinking, Tony.
The bartender did.
The bartender did.
Okay.
Employed by Tiger.
Well, you're saying this in a weird way. So
I am. It's getting to the story because Tiger's kind of screwed on this. So he ends up going. The 24-year-old gets off work and they're serving him, and they know this guy's got a drinking problem. He goes out. Horrible story. Car wreck. Dead.
And this is on Tiger.
An employee of Tigers.
They burn the videotape of him drinking and getting. They can't find it. They erased it from the thing, and they're coming back. And the family of this guy,
trouble.
because they were saying he'd come into the thing and they would just party. You know, that he would just show up at, hey, I'm off the clock, let's go. Start drinking. Knew that he was wasted, kept serving him, serving him.
Why did you have to mention that Tiger was boning the manager, by the way?
Well, because
it's his bar.
It's his bar
So now
that he
it's coming
opened
back
the
on
Woods,
him?
and she manages it, and all of a sudden those two got cuddly.
Yeah, but I'm just
what does
saying,
that
why
have to
do you
do with the
even have to
story?
bring that up with this guy? Like, you just wanted to take a shot at Tiger for fucking the manager at his Woods?
No, I was just bringing her into the thing. Like,
You're saying he's involved.
She's
she's
part
still
of the
manager.
wrongful death.
Yeah, she's
suit.
part of the wrongful death suit as well as Tiger is.
Tiger? Oh, boy.
Yeah, so
Here's why it's not an issue for Tiger. He's got all the money in the world.
not a bad point, Tony.
He can just,
Really, not a bad point.
he can just pay to make this go away. I mean, because it's not going to be it'll be a civil suit, not a criminal suit, right?
Yeah.
This in Florida, too?
Jupiter,
yeah, Jupiter.
And enough money in Jupiter, Florida.
Correct.
Make videos go away, don't
Yeah,
they?
just quickly, just disappear. See you later.
Yeah.
A lot of
Craft up.
videos disappearing in Jupiter, Florida.
Also, what point is it on the guy?
There it
You know,
is.
his
There it
his
is.
BAC was like 3 times the legal limit.
256, I read.
Yeah,
Something
exactly.
Like
I mean-
So it's like, what? Does everyone at the bar need to be this guy's fucking keeper all the time?
I'm with you.
Be
I'm
an
with you.
adult.
But
Be
the
an adult.
family's
Be an adult.
the family's coming out now.
Yeah, the destroying of evidence is going to fuck him. Of course, they'll pay out the ass for that,
Right.
but he's
If-
got money to pay out the ass.
If they can prove that they destroyed it, right? They have to prove that they purposely destroyed it, and it wasn't an accident.
Yeah, I guess.
Sometimes
See
tapes
how
just
good
get
they are.
erased.
It's a lot of snitches.
Who gets in trouble? The bartender, too?
The bartender who was serving them,
I don't like that.
But they were
rule.
drinking after work, probably, right? He's a bartender who works there.
He
They
got
just
off
stayed
and
after.
then went right to the bar.
Started fucking drinking after
I don't
shift.
like that rule. It's on the dude.
Yeah, yeah.
I should have went after her.
Yep.
what do you mean?
You let me order 100 shots.
At least have them pay for your fine.
That is an unbelievable. That is an unbelievable. So Tiger Woods is going to.
Yeah, he'll have to pay.
He's got to pay like $10 million, probably more than that. for
Probably,
this
and that's maybe where the fucking her it comes into play. Is normally maybe it'll be on her. He'll probably just help take care of it.
So the point of the story is, I feel sorry for the family, the kid who obviously perished, but
Terrible.
the point of this thing is, do not bet on Tiger this weekend at the PGA.
you think he-
No, this is when he dials in. This is
I
the
don't know
flu
about
game.
that.
This
He's
is
got-
Kobe in Denver. This is everything. This is
Listen,
when he's going to dial in.
Gorms, when Tiger was at his best, he was fucking someone every single day with a wife. You think that was in his head and not messing with his brain? Like, when something's in his head, he could clear that out and fucking play golf.
It's a focus. It's a focus thing, I think. Honestly, it's like whenever, like the flu game was. Everybody, we all know now, hindsight, he was just hungover,
yeah.
incredibly hungover. And if you play bad there, everybody thinks you're a drunk. And Kobe, when he went back to Denver during that whole thing, was just dominant. It's just the way it goes, man. When you get a chance to dial in and focus, probably I want to bet on Tiger right now.
It's because he's being alpha, I guess, right? He's at his
10-1.
best. Plus, Denny's really took off during
Yeah.
that time.
They did.
You know what I mean?
They did.
Surrounding
The
all the
Grand Slam really
publicity.
came back.
Fuck yeah.
Tiger Woods took a shot at her boy.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all.
He did.
Well, Tiger Woods, because John Daly's allowed to use a cart this weekend due to a couple surgeries and some other stuff, and Tiger Woods just answered with, "I walked and I had a broken leg."
Fuck
So-
Tiger.
He did it. He won the final round with it.
I don't think he had a broken leg.
It was a torn
ACL.
Torn ACL for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. So he's exaggerating.
So it's
Which
Anybody that's torn an ACL knows you can walk pretty good on a torn ACL. You just can't fucking turn.
how's
You
your
can't play
Piping
running
drives
back anymore.
330 down Central. I mean, that's.
I think
That's
what he
tough.
was saying was though is like, you know, for a very long time, a lot of people have been through a lot of stuff. They've had to walk this entire time, and our boy JD just gets up on a cart. I respect it. I think John Daly.
Hey, that's been coming though since the invention of the golf cart. That has been coming.
remember
that
when they wouldn't let
professional
the-
golfers were going to be on carts?
Remember when they wouldn't let the guy with one leg have a fucking cart playing the PGA?
No.
Yeah, what was his name from
Yeah.
Stanford?
Yeah,
What
he
was
was a
that guy's
top
name?
college
Oscar
golfer
Pistorius.
from Stanford. He had a
Well, that's what I was thinking. Poor little Tim.
yeah.
John Daly can never cramp in his calf because he's not walking anywhere. That's an advantage.
I
Just
wouldn't
like
let him on the
Tink Tink.
course or on the greens with those blades either.
This guy had an artificial leg, and he was good enough. He
chip
got his
with him,
PGA card. He's fucking great.
foot
And they were
wedge.
like, you can't go in a cart. And he's like,
was it,
well,
Ty?
you know, the issue is I have an artificial leg, and he didn't have one of those fucking cheat legs.
Casey.
Yeah, Casey something. You're right. And he was like, you know, to walk that far is a lot for me.
Casey Martin.
And they wouldn't let him do it.
yeah.
But then they let John do
golf
it. So
coach
how
now
did John
somewhere,
pull
I
this
think,
off?
isn't he?
Well, I think John has contributed a lot to the game. You know, I think
Just
that
legend status.
Casey has done a lot in college, but not to the PGA. I would assume that all cases are looked at as independent cases. And John Daly, legend, been through some battles, almost got ran over at the Masters last year, popped out his knee.
PGA's going to lose here. This is going to be an American with Disabilities Act thing.
He's a
and they're gonna
pioneer.
get-
He's a
They're going
trailblazer.
to get spanked over it.
They're going to. All the other golfers are going to be pissed off at JD too.
It opened the door.
I wish they all used cards
no.
and they got to trick them out every time.
I think John's the only one that can get away with this. John goes out there, wins in a car. I think everyone's like, fuck it. John wins. That's
Correct.
okay.
No one cares.
Tiger does it, though. There's a big issue.
I mean, I love JD. He's no way he's gonna fucking win.
no, not a
Like
chance.
that.
Are you kidding me? You with your negativity?
But I'm just saying that's probably part of the reason why they don't give a shit.
Like, they probably called Tiger aside after he said, "Well, I walked on a broken leg." They're like, "Tiger, come here." Like, you could have potentially won the tournament. We're not thinking JD has a single fucking shot. Again, it's a 2-day thing. He'll be out before the weekend. What if JD goes and wins this whole
I
fucking
hope he
thing?
They
does.
said in the
I hope
last
he
two
does.
tournaments at Bethpage Black, only 2 guys have shot under par. Have you seen how long the rough is there?
Well, that's what I was wondering,
Like,
like,
it's-
because those have been U.S. Opens, and now this is the Players. I don't know if I assume the course or the conditions will be the same. Sorry, my bad.
So he's not allowed to drive the cart in the rough?
I don't know if
It's
it's
gonna be
car- I
tough.
don't know
Somebody
if
has to get
it's-
on push.
I don't know if it's a 90-degree rule or not, or
It's
cart
Pretty sure
cart
those
only.
places are cart path
Yeah.
only.
Is it cart path only?
I would
Probably.
assume
it
so.
has to be.
You think JD's going to be playing towards the cart path like every good
Probably.
as he
But
should?
you probably got
be
cooler
smart.
chocolate milk in the cart.
I like. He's
Oh,
gonna have
not
fucking
bad.
music in there. His-
Oh,
yeah.
he's got his fucking cigs in the fucking glove compartment of the cart.
What's his caddy's name? The South African guy.
Oh, I can't remember.
He's a good guy.
It's a good time.
John Daly's
He
caddy.
was a great guy.
Called everyone pro.
Yeah.
What's up?
Good
What's up,
putt,
bro?
Good putt, pro.
Hey, bro.
What's he gonna be standing on the cart like fucking on the side? I love this what JD's doing. Wait till that hovercraft's out there with fucking Bubba.
Exactly.
It's only a matter of time.
I can't wait. I mean, that is true power. So good for him for pulling it off. And I think it's going to open the door. There's going to be some other people that are going to need it from time to time.
Do we
Now-
want him to or
Now there's
not?
precedent. If you really need it, fuck it. I think so.
Yeah, I mean,
I've had to walk a course a couple times.
it's not great.
It's not, but it makes you a better golfer because you know that if you spray it, you have to walk so much
Exactly.
further. You're like, all right. I remember the first group that I walked with. They were like, "Oh, you're going to feel one with the course. Like you're going to feel like you're a part of the course. It's going to be a lot better." And to be honest, the only reason why I golfed better is because I knew that I didn't want to fucking walk an extra 200 yards. That's the only reason why.
true, though.
Every time before every shot, it's like, all right, you either hit a good one or we're walking an extra mile today. Let's go ahead and get it together. You
And
know?
plus, these PGA guys, I fucking walk. Carry your clubs. You know what I mean? You want to
Right.
fucking prove something? Carry your fucking bag, your own bag, and then walk, and then you can say,
Why
so.
don't they let the roller bags? Why don't they let the little roller, the
I
little
think college golf does it, right?
Yeah,
Well, because they don't have caddies, obviously, but
right. That's why. But
Why can't the caddies just roll with it though?
I see 80-year-old women walking 3 or 4 miles every morning too. So
JD
don't
is
fucking brag about it.
plus 25,000 to lead the first round. If you want to jump on that,
Yeah.
there you go. 100 to win 25,000.
Let's do it.
Good move by the PGA, though. Everyone knows John brings the numbers.
Yeah. John brings the numbers.
Yeah.
That's it.
I just see a wave of people behind his golf cart rolling up to 18. That'd be incredible. Good for old JD, man.
What else is going on?
Well, Jay McAfee, I just stepped out for a bottle of water and is by himself in the huge area of this office and is, he's peppering me with a crossbow by himself. And as I walk out, I got hit twice from a crossbow from your brother.
He's got that fucking sweet
hell's
ass
going
Nerf
on?
fucking
We found that in my office last night. We did a full clean out of my office last night, and that crossbow was just hiding in the corner. I gifted it to Zito because it seemed very much like something a child would love. Zito.
And thank you so much for that.
Yeah, now it's become an office thing. I think those darts glow in the dark.
They do.
They do, and they also launch up to 45 feet.
They're fucking
shit.
sweet.
Try getting hit in the neck with one. Christ almighty. Game of Thrones. I can finally bring something to the
Oh, here we
Game
go.
of
Let's go.
Thrones
Let's go, Goins.
discussion.
What do we got?
It's only
What do
been
we
about
got?
6 months that I have not anything to say about this, but I've got news for you guys.
Okay.
The creators of the Game of Thrones are doing the next Star Wars movie. It's probably old news to everybody,
Yep,
but that's
it
all
is.
I got. And will you watch the next Star Wars movie because the creators?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Next topic. What else we got, boys?
It's the same thing. We kind of talked about this on Pat's show when we were talking about Game of Thrones. People are bitching because they think they'll ruin that, but these two guys are like the hottest names in Hollywood right now. They took something that George R.R. Martin said that when he wrote it, that he wanted to make sure that it would never be adapted. Like, that's why it's so fucking crazy, and they actually had like the vision
Ability.
to adapt it. So yeah, I think it's in good hands.
I know nothing about the Star Wars. I know that old
Me
buddy
either.
had the eye thing, and then he did Reading Rainbow, and then
That's Star Trek.
Yeah.
Different space movie,
But along
but
that,
Hey, same space.
along that same line,
Good.
Star Wars is owned by Disney, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Disney just bought Hulu.
They did
Yes.
just buy a bunch of
Mm-hmm.
Hulu
So I'm
stock.
expecting Hulu to take off.
Well, Hulu has live sports.
Yeah, it
Ka-ching,
does.
give me the money.
Give me the money.
That's how it works. I think that's how the commercials work. I've
It
been
is.
watching
Yes, it is.
You just say
They're really into it.
Hulu has live sports. They owe me, I think, 2 racks.
Boom.
I've been watching what they do.
Give me the money.
Hulu has live sports.
Ka-ching.
Ka-ching.
That's 3 of them.
Good for Hulu.
Who was in that commercial doing it?
Joel Embiid, and then the guy who plays for the Pacers, IU, Victor Oladipo, had an internet one where he was singing it, and they were just throwing the money at him. Star Wars, what is Star Wars? That's the Luke father guy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So does it restart back at the beginning because it's got 2 new writers?
I think it's like a separate, like there's the what are they saying? It's like the
spin-off.
Knights of the Old Republic.
They're
Like,
just
Is that what it is? I didn't even know.
Star Wars canon, if you will, like is like there's like so much backstory and history that hasn't been touched. So it'll probably be completely different than anything that's been made.
Gorman, will you watch?
No. Star Wars?
Yeah.
No. Sci-fi, all that stuff. It just doesn't.
Did you have a
like the
sci-fi
words.
deal?
I like the
Sci-fi network?
I like the bear in Star Wars. That's who I like.
Chewbacca.
So
Wookiee.
have some
Whatever,
respect.
whatever.
Not a bear.
The Bigfoot.
Didn't you have a sci-fi network deal?
Yeah, three pictures.
Yeah,
Is
you're
that
one
why
of
you
the
hate it?
biggest
Is that why you
stars
hate
in the
it?
history of the Sci-Fi Network.
That wasn't my thing. I don't,
But
it's called acting, boys.
But hey, they were paying, huh?
They were paying. I was showing up. Wasn't great, but you know.
While we're talking about movies, have you ever been into a theater where they started playing the wrong movie?
No.
Or have you ever walked into the wrong theater or anything
yeah.
like that?
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
I have walked in the wrong theater.
You have. What were you going to see?
I was a kid, and I walked in. I was supposed to go see some kid movie, and I accidentally walked into Vegas or to the original Vacation movie right when the mom was in the shower, and you could see her tits. And I was like,
what a-
we're staying.
No tits in this one, but apparently there was a screening in Montreal of Detective Pikachu, right? Very kid-friendly movie.
wait.
Lots of families going, PG, all that fun stuff. They go, and then before the movie hits, they play 3 trailers. One was for Child's Play, the new Chucky movie.
Yeah.
One was for The Joker, and the other one was for Annabelle Comes Home, which is another horror movie with the little creepy doll that runs
Yeah, I
around.
hate that thing.
So they blow through those 3, and then as soon as the movie's about to start, Detective Pikachu, again, Pokemon, all the fun little PG stuff, it becomes a Mexican horror movie called La Llorona.
Nice.
La 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 la.
Who did that one? Robert Rodriguez?
Maybe, yeah, possibly.
He had a good run
So
in
they
the
thought
90s.
they thought they were going to see Detective Pikachu.
Yeah, but I guess
Lot
the
of
way the
kids.
movie opens, they still don't know that it's not Detective Pikachu, right? So they just see some stuff moving on the screen. I guess the first couple scenes of La Llorona are this mother drowning her children in a...
A little
Hilarious.
scratch off movie theater.
Hilarious.
Yeah, so you never know what you're going to get.
That's hilarious.
Speaking of movies, there will be a movie in production.
Okay.
Mark it down.
Okay.
Mark it down,
Got it.
Hold on, I'm taking
Nick?
out my quill.
please.
Mark
And Nick,
it down.
you tell me if I'm wrong or I'm right.
Okay, what am I looking at?
Serial killer, carnival worker, admits to killing 3 women over the course of 18 days.
He's fucking carnage.
And he
dude.
would kill, he would hop in the truck, he would go set up the Himalaya, Get on the mic. Do you want to go faster? Shut it down. Kill. Go to the next town. The carnival worker serial killer is for real.
That makes complete sense.
Is it a movie?
Maybe a Lifetime movie. 3
not
kills.
with just
You want
3.
box office numbers with 3 kills.
You're not getting a movie with 3 kills.
3 in 18 days, though. How old's the guy? Let's assume that
24.
he's killed more.
Yeah.
24.
It's going to be tip of the iceberg, right?
Yeah. That's just a 3-week span of his life here.
Yeah, but
Those carnies are incredible.
He's going to end up telling them of like 80 other bodies
Then it could be
in
a
order
movie.
to not get executed and just get a license.
then it could be a movie.
Yes.
Then we'll make it a movie.
But if it's just 3, in these 18 days and got caught after 3 in 18 days,
I mean, 3 in 3 weeks, that's 3 different cities. I mean, that's definitely
Put
a
it on
movie.
ABC Family. You know?
Okay.
all right, made for TV movie, you're saying?
Yes.
Right.
Not theater.
You're
movie.
saying La Llorona.
It's no La Llorona.
no.
I mean, you're not getting played in box office theaters with 3 kills.
Maybe a
3
Netflix
kills in
doc.
3 weeks. What,
Yeah, and then the movie's over.
Have
What's
some-
it's a 12-minute movie.
Yeah, but the chase and everything. Do you want to go faster? That guy. All that. Okay, here we go,
You gotta have
guys.
some legs here. You gotta be able to last.
was he? Are you sure he
That's
wasn't
what
the?
she said.
Sorry,
No, it's all good.
she did say that. Well, are we sure it wasn't the ball in the goldfish bowl game? Or
Do you know what game it
yeah,
was?
do you know what game he was working?
No, other than
hope
he
he
was
was the
known
guess
as a
your weight.
carnival worker or carny, as some people call him. He was 23. His name is Jimmy Wright.
This guy has ring toss written all over
Yeah.
him. Look at the picture here on Gorm's desk.
Is that the most
And probably
serial
some
killer-
meth, too, maybe? Just by the looks of him.
When you said carny, we got that.
I know, but I'm not all carny. You can't.
What?
You can't be productive and be on meth and be on a
excuse me.
tour.
What?
you-
I thought literally
Yeah.
that was the only reason why they carnied.
It's the only-
I interviewed for a carny job one time, and they made me drug test, and because I didn't have meth in my system,
You
I
didn't
was
get
out.
the gig?
this guy's not going to work hard enough.
Carny
long enough.
Tony, man.
I think I've said this before, but we are coming into fun fair amusement season. And anytime you go play those games, anytime, if you pay full price for 3 balls for whatever it is, $5, that's on you. Because every carny,
haggle with them?
Every carny you can barter with. Every one of them. Not maybe a ride, but any game out there, you can go, hey, how much is it? He goes, hey, it's 3 balls, $5 or whatever it is. Go, oh, didn't know it. I would, I'd go 6 balls for $5, but I wouldn't do 5. Well, let me tell you, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Maybe we could do 4. What do you think about that? And there's a barter to be had.
They're
everywhere.
incredible businessmen.
Yeah.
They really are. They are incredible. They're giving away these 30-cent toys, and people are just out here spending numerous dollars.
yeah.
I wasn't a state fair guy. Where we grew up, there wasn't a lot of sate fairs, so I didn't get introduced to this until I was an adult.
Dude.
I fucking love it. Fair season's my season.
I fucking chased a teddy bear right here years ago at the Indiana State Fair. I swear on everything. I went to the ATM 2 different times, over $340 to try and win this fucking bear.
Good bartering. Good, hey, that
was on
carny,
me.
you and that carny.
Well, I know I had the deal. I just couldn't hit the number.
We need to do a video of a group of us going to the fair and trying to barter down on
Let's
each
go.
of the games.
That State Fair's coming around, buddy.
Carney versus Gorman
Yeah.
is a.
Carney versus Gorman.
Let's go.
Oh my god.
You want me to play your game? You're gonna play by my
I
rules.
watched him suck people dry at the golf outing. I can only imagine. Fucking
Yikes.
That's what she
You want to
said.
rephrase that? Help me out of here a little bit.
Oh, the pub Heartland's gonna quote it.
yeah,
Dig saw Gorman suck people dry.
they know what I meant.
Why'd you block the pub Heartland, man?
Yeah, why would you do that?
I'm a positive. Let's be positive, and if you got the negative shit, just throw it to the curb.
What'd
Yeah.
they say?
That he eats ass.
They quoted me with quotes.
Out of context.
I eat ass. End quote.
Yeah,
Or no,
that guy-
I eat ass. Dash. Hey Gorman. End quote.
That guy's the king of doing that. He is. I'm about done with that cocksucker.
Thank
too.
you. Thank you. Come on.
And he can throw that up. I guarantee he'll spell my fucking name wrong.
Hey, you notice he doesn't do it to the pub, first of all. And second of all, he made a
He calls me
fire ass
president.
video.
I'm not
for
president. I'm not president of the pub.
Z. Yeah, he should know that.
That's the only thing that I have a problem with him. Is that I would never want to be president of anything.
Him-
I've
him
made it
or
very
her.
clear. I can't. I don't have the ability to be a president of anything. Although I was once on the board, I relieved my duties, so now I am just a spectator of the pub. That's all I am.
I think we all relieved our duties, correct?
Well, we had to.
Yeah.
They forced our hand whenever they started becoming a mouse hut and a disease hut.
How's the mice and disease?
Oh, I got
They're
bad
gone.
news. I got bad news.
Mice
This
are all
is-
gone.
I meant to tell you this off the
do you
air,
mean
but
they're
hey, they're on.
Mike's are on.
You got mouse. You got
Mice.
mouse. You got mice. here.
Oh, yeah.
We've
Oh,
had,
yeah,
we've
yeah.
had, we've
I
had
didn't know
mice
that.
here.
Listen to this guy.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Hey, everybody stop!
No, the cleaning lady,
Oh,
the
God.
cleaning company texts me and says, "Hey, everything, you always look out after they come in here for a couple, 3-4 hours." And says, "Oh, by the way, we found a dead mouse
What, it died?
in the closet."
Good.
She came up to me.
And you know what that means? Yeah, what'd she say, Zito?
You have a mouse down here, dead mouse. What do you want to do with that? I was like, I don't know. What do you do with dead mouse or mice? I have no
Jeez,
idea.
If we,
It's great.
So you know what they say? Where there's one dead mouse, there's at least 300 that are thriving.
Well, one of them faked his paralysis, and he lives in my house.
now.
He has a nice life now.
Gimpy,
Really?
yeah.
Two or
And
three
mice
of
are
them,
running
Smarter
cons
of
here,
the
man.
mice.
2 or 3 of them live in the wall
mice are
by the gym.
carnies.
They used to just run by every day. I'd give them a high five as they ran by, and
Scare the shit out of Foxy.
get us up.
Oh,
Yeah,
nothing is funnier than Evan Fox
It's a
seeing a
bunch of
mouse.
bullshit. This
Oh,
thing
yeah.
runs by and everyone acts like it was normal. Fuck,
yeah, it's just a
fuck
mouse.
that
Foxy
thing.
jumps up on the
Used to be a
couch like the
regular
floor is
Have you-
lava.
Foxy, have you ever seen a rat like in your area?
Not.
Do you know where he's
Country
from?
Club,
I've
bro.
only seen a rat
No, like-
in
like-
New
Country
Orleans.
Club Foxy.
That thing was fucking huge.
That's what I'm
too.
saying. Those things, like
say
if mice
beaver.
get you a fucking rat.
Talking about that garbage can
Yes,
in New Orleans,
dude.
We were walking back from Bourbon Street, and someone just like tossed something in the garbage can. It was right near our Airbnb, and all. I mean, have you guys ever seen Willard? There's like 8,000 mice just come running out of
No
this thing.
shit.
Yeah, it was wild. That was awesome.
Hey, I was on
This is the
tour.
best.
I was on tour. We were at the Orpheum Theater in Boston, early '90s. Did a gig. The loadout came out the back way, and everybody had to walk the back way. And one guy goes, "You know what? We're going to go around the other way." To everybody that was in the party and everything, the touring party, let's go around the front. And they're like, "No, there's fans out there. You can't go in the back right now." Just why? What's up? Well, something's going on in the back. That's not. Said, "Just take the fucking band to the bus, please, to security. Let's go. He goes, "All right, I warned you." He throws the lights on. 2 guys, and they go, "Don't look at the walls to the right." He put the flashers on the walls to the right. 7,000 rats all in line in Boston, fucking scurrying back and forth. We shit our pants. Shit our
Why
pants.
are we scared of rats, though, brother?
It just,
Well,
you'd see
the
that
bubonic
thing and you're
plague.
like, like that. Unbelievable. I've never seen so many rats in one place. And I'm like, dude, let's go.
Through the front.
Like, through the front. Start signing autographs. We're fucking out of here.
The bubonic plague, man.
I don't think it went scared. It might just startle you because it's a
did.
little bit bigger than what
bigger,
you're used
yeah.
to seeing, and it moves and a little
Yeah,
scary,
big haunches
creepy.
on
It's
the
not like a
thing,
cat. You know, you
little
see a
hands
cat.
on him.
Like
You
it's
get
that
it.
ugly tail.
Fucking
You can't win.
huge ass teeth.
I mean, Ted,
Red
you
beady
can't
eyes.
win. You know where else you can't win?
What's
Where's
that?
that?
Credit card debt.
Oh yeah. Oh
How
yeah.
about that? How about
Not
that?
bad, Gord.
Nowadays, they include a little breakdown to show you how only paying the minimum payments means you'll be paying it off for how long? How long?
Forever.
Decades.
Decades.
That's
Too long.
right, decades. Okay?
Too long.
Now, with Lending Club, you can consolidate your debt or pay off credit cards with one fixed monthly payment.
That's awesome.
Since 2007, Lending Club has helped millions of people regain control of their finances, which are with affordable fixed-rate personal loans. And you know what? If you get your finances in order, your life's in order.
Oh
yeah.
I would
You
couldn't
tell
agree
me,
more.
man.
Feel
No
so much
trips to
better.
the bank, no high-interest credit cards. All you have to do is go to lendingclub.com, tell them about yourself and how much you want to borrow. That's it. Pick the terms that are right for you, and if you're approved, your loan is automatically deposited in your bank account in as little as, get this, a couple days.
What?
Yes. That's how quick it is, all right? Wow. Lending Club, it is the #1 peer-to-peer lending platform with over $35 billion in loans issued. I'll say that again, Todd. $35 billion in loans
so many
issued.
billions.
All you have to do is go to lendingclub.com/Heartland, check your rate in minutes, and borrow up to $40,000.
4 stacks of high
large?
society?
Yes,
Oh.
that's lendingclub.com/Heartland, lendingclub.com/Heartland. All loans made by WebBank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
How do you say Heartland?
Heartland?
Heartland.
Thank you. I was going to say something.
Yeah.
Is it wrong?
Sure sounds like it.
Heartland?
Land.
What do you say?
Heartland.
I say Heartland. I also say rough. You know what I mean?
Like a dog?
Like a dog.
Sit back and crack some cold. Whoa. Does he say Heartland in there?
Heartland.
Yeah, kick it on back and crack a cold one. Yeah, the boys are about to go on. Just shooting the shit and letting it rip. Hey, let's go. It's time for Heartland.
Yeah,
Radio.
pretty definitive.
Pretty
Yeah,
Clayton
Heartland.
Anderson wouldn't lie.
I know, but he's trying. He needed another word in there, so he took land. He took lend and made it into lion. You know what I mean?
See, now I do say Portland.
See? Why don't you say
That's
Portland?
different. That's different.
Because Oregon decided that.
Yeah, or Portland.
Right.
Yeah.
Oregon.
Yep.
Heartland. Portland.
No,
No.
I don't think it's the same.
Rodeo.
No.
No.
I mean, you know what I'm talking about, though, right? That's all it is. Everybody
yeah, but,
communicates
I mean, we're
differently.
trying to make
If it
a
was
brand
Heartland,
here. I mean,
would be fucking competing with Lending Club.
hey, we're trying to build a brand here.
One more time?
Trying to build a brand here.
See?
You know what I mean? We're trying to build a brand.
That's what I'm saying. Same thing with trees.
I'm thinking about getting a new house.
All of them got roots.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, that's not right.
All of them got roots, Pat.
Did you
All of them got roots.
Why, you just bored?
I don't know. I want water. I want to live on water where I can fish.
Did you just buy that house?
It's summertime. That's what it is.
I know,
You
I
bought
fucked
that
up.
house you're living in right now?
Yeah.
I thought you were renting that.
No, I don't rent.
Me neither. Hey, by the way, me neither. Me neither, by the way. So I respect that a
Yeah.
lot.
I mean, I did for a while, but yeah, I'm going to.
I wouldn't rent either if I.
I understand. But I think somebody would rent the house you're currently in if you want to become
Yes.
a landlord. again.
Yeah.
If you had
Maybe
the
a
money,
good friend of ours from Canada. If he makes it down. Or maybe friends here.
Oh, me?
Todd about to start a bidding war for his own house.
I don't know. Todd would fucking.
Don't
He'd
worry
charge
about
me
it.
way too much. I'm getting kicked. I'm getting kicked out of my house right now. So yeah, I'm also looking.
No, his landlord just chose to sell the house. This
Correct.
happened to me a couple times in
Oh, yeah.
college. It's a standard move by them when they don't want to have any responsibility anymore.
Yes,
I've been
yes.
there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not your fault though.
We had a furnace explode, and he was like, "Yeah, you guys got to be out of here like next week."
Yeah, yes. The buyers are bullish.
Yeah.
Our plumbing just stopped working. So
Todd,
That'll do
let's
it.
get you on some water, Todd.
I know, right? I just want nothing fancy, nothing fancy. I'll even take less of a house if I can walk from my backyard and throw a pole in the water.
What do you want, a houseboat?
No, it's a little,
Just said he was
not a
gonna
bad
lie.
idea.
little pond.
Oh, at least I
little,
want water.
Todd did say his dream though is
Yes.
to end up on a houseboat.
Yeah.
one day.
Maybe
one
a
day
yacht.
we'll
Maybe
go.
we
A
upgrade that
waterbed?
to a yacht.
Todd,
I don't want to be greedy, but a yacht would be nice.
Todd, you don't want to run your own fountain though in your own pond. You want to, this is somebody
Yes.
else's pond, right?
Yeah.
It's not like your Todd pond.
Yeah, I don't want to have to take care of it.
So,
I'm not
like-
ready for that yet.
Are you gonna be
That's
on a lake?
moving out in the country and not working anymore. Work.
I had that on a house.
What was
a
it?
nightmare.
What'd you have to do?
I had a pond on my property.
Yeah.
Fucking nightmare. It
Did you
really
have to
is.
stock it?
Why? I fished on that pond.
Did
I
you
caught
catch anything?
Yes, I did catch. If
But
you
you gotta have
remember
people
correctly.
come out and put chemicals
You
in
got
it
to
all the
fit
time.
in the
Oh,
fountain
so it's like
clogs.
so it's like a
skin
pool.
it.
Yeah, it's like a pool, but it's a natural. You just got to deal with it. It's a nightmare.
What do you hire, pool boys or pond boys?
Pond boys.
Tim
Pond
McAfee
boys.
sank
Pond
the aquatic vehicle right in the middle of that thing.
Oh, that's where.
Yeah, right in the middle of that thing. We weren't supposed to be there, but I think you want to be on a place that has a pond with a couple other neighbors, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I
like
still
that.
want to be in the city. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Like
like
I'll just pay some rights. Yeah, whatever, $50 a month, whatever, $100 a month. You give me, I can do whatever I want in
Tough
the
to
lake.
find a lake in the middle of the city normally.
There's one right behind me. A
Tim
whole addition
McAfee,
that
yeah.
wraps around one.
Tim McAfee lives on one right now.
Yeah.
Tim and Sally, they live on one right now.
walk right out
He's fishing out there weekly, I think.
Nice.
Yeah, he loves it. You olds love fishing.
I love it.
Oh, yeah.
You're right though. It is an older thing because I didn't
You ever
like it when
caught
I
a
was
big
little.
bass, just like a 6-pound bass that's fighting, jumping out of the water, and you're in a tug of war
Yeah,
with
man.
this thing?
I could say this with a straight face.
Yes.
I have never caught a fucking fish.
Yeah, we're on record.
Buddy, you gotta get on the water.
Hey,
go to
it's a
Tom.
miracle.
See, I won the big fish jackpot. I take
No,
back everything.
no.
I said.
Also,
A certain Minnetonka miracle.
Some miracle of some
Oh
sort.
my God!
Jesus.
Every time I
You
catch
might
a
not
fish,
remember it,
I've
but-
caught 2 fish in my life.
You ice fishing, right?
yeah.
Minnetonka Miracle, and then also I won a deep sea fishing. I won a big fish prize.
What'd you catch?
It was a red one. It was
Red snapper?
yep, snapper.
Great big fish.
But
yeah.
we didn't pay
Beautiful.
enough. We didn't
Trophy
pay
fish.
enough to be on the snapper tour.
Oh, okay.
They were taking us to smaller fish tours, and it was at our first stop. And then you stand there and just drop the thing in, and we just so happened to catch the tail end of a snapper
Run.
school.
Yeah.
And I was at the front of the boat, and I just caught it. I pulled it up, and everybody put in like $30 or $20 into the big fish jackpot on the thing, and that thing gets pulled up, and the guys that are working the boat are like, "Oh, you just won the big fish jackpot." I was like, "Are you serious? I mean, it's a little bit earlier. It was first cast." He goes, "Yeah, no, you weren't supposed to catch that." And I was like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Awesome, good for me." I didn't
Was it
cast
fun?
I didn't cast another fucking thing.
Was the fight fun or did not?
No, you just do this. You just do this on
Yeah,
those
but
boats.
you feel the tugging and you feel
I've
he's
never
dipping,
caught a
he's
fish.
dry diving now. He's
I've got 2 digs. It's
At
tough.
the Miracle, I stuck my head down in the ice hole to try to find one. That didn't
ice
yeah.
hole.
They ran away.
I've never been ice fishing. I don't think I would get much out of that because you're just dropping straight
Yeah.
down.
It was a good time.
When you got to kind of pick, when you got to eyeball like,
Yeah, I'm
that's
with
a good spot where fish are, and you cast out there and you hit your spot, and then you get a fucking hit and it pays off. There's a little bit of adrenaline.
I guess ice fishing for the first.
Ice fishing's for fucking.
for the-
Who ice fishes?
For the first 6
Those
hours,
fucking
it was
Eskimos.
fun.
People who want to fish where it's cold.
The second 6 hours, not
That's
so
got to be
much
the
fun.
most boring ass shit.
Well,
I'm even sure they're not thrilled
it
about it,
had
but that's
the
kind of all they
it
got.
had the makings of because like it
We
wasn't
were
like
sky high.
it was in an RV just out in the middle of nowhere.
It's
but
more like the party. I'm gonna sit out here. I don't have to do anything.
that's
I'll just
a-
watch this line
Yeah,
individually.
fucking
So-
free.
that's the thing though. There was
No, you're warm. It's in a thing.
Yeah.
but it was actually it wasn't that cold in there.
No, but to go out and take a bathroom, you're going through a war.
Yeah,
I
and
had diarrhea.
I did. I was in the throes.
Ty and I both had to shit in that fucking porta john while there was 40
Winter
mile an hour
is coming.
winds, dude.
Winter came while you guys were out there.
You walk out there, go.
I was out there for like 2 hours, and the wind was blowing so much that the fucking top of the porta potty was blowing off. Dude. I was just getting covered in like a mixture of like like a wintry mix of snow and sleet. Oh, it was the worst.
Being out on the ice with like 6 of these little like huts,
Yeah.
and it being in the middle of the lake, and it's complete darkness,
Yeah.
and the wind is whipping up, and there's snow all around you. I like walking to the shitter was top 10 most scared moments I've
It
ever been in. I was
was
just waiting
awesome.
for a fucking wolf
I
to come out of
enjoyed
nowhere.
it.
It felt like being in that movie
Take
30
me out.
Days of Night.
Exactly what it's. I was just waiting for a fucking wolf to come
Creepy.
across.
There
Bro,
also wasn't any toilet paper in
No.
the fucking
Oh, what'd you wipe with?
body.
No way.
What'd you wipe with?
Now you just hope it's a fucking clean go, and you're just waiting to get back to the Airbnb.
I think our hut that we were fishing on was directly in the center of Lake Minnetonka.
was,
yes.
too. I mean, we were way out there. I caught one fish there, caught one thing there. Are you guys successful fishermen though? You olds? Like what you said the other day, you went and there was no fish caught. Like, do you not just feel like you just wasted 6 hours of your life?
Hell no. The whole journey of it is what
Yeah.
I'm all about.
I
Getting
mean,
out there.
In a
About,
pond,
you know?
I usually kill it pretty good, but like I've gone big lake fishing before, where you have to go out in a boat and actually go, and I've gone all day and not fucking caught nothing.
Yeah.
And that
Well, you know
sucks.
what they
It
say.
sucks.
Give a man a fish,
Eats
feed him for a day.
Teach a
Teach a man how to use Postmates. He never goes hungry again. Because when you need red wine at 4 p.m., sushi at 9 p.m., a breakfast burrito at 8 a.m., Zito,
Am I
and
right?
ibuprofen at 10 a.m., Postmate it.
Nice.
Postmates is your personal food delivery, grocery delivery, whatever kind of delivery service all year round. Anything you're craving, they can deliver. They're the largest on-demand network in the U.S. and offer delivery from all the restaurants, grocery and convenience stores, plus the traditional retailers you could possibly want or need. Did I mention 24 hours a day, 365 days a year?
You did not.
They're
You did
never
now.
closed. They will bring you what you need within the hour. No more trips to the store. You don't even have to know where the store is. Postmates will deliver anything to you.
Love it.
Download the app for iOS and Android for free. Browse local restaurants and businesses and track your delivery in real time. Now, here's the good stuff. For a limited time, Postmates is giving our listeners $100
How many?
of free delivery credit for your first 7 days.
100?
To start your free deliveries, download the app and use code Heartland. Gorms, that's code Heartland.
Heartland.
$100 of free delivery credit for your first 7 days when you download the Postmates app. Anything you need, anytime you need it, Postmate it. Use code Heartland.
Can I play something for you
It's
guys?
the best app. All right.
Safety glasses on. By the end of this century, if emissions keep rising, the average temperature on Earth could go up another 4 to 8 degrees. What I'm saying is the planet's on fucking fire. There are a lot of things we could do to put it out. Are any of them free? No, of course not. Nothing's free, you idiots. Grow the fuck up. You're not children anymore. I didn't mind explaining photosynthesis to you when you were 12, but you're adults now, and this is an actual crisis. Got it?
That's Bill and I, the science guy.
Oh, what?
He's back with a vengeance.
400 and currently
born again.
Currently 421,000 retweets on that fucking video.
Bill and I moves the needle.
Just because Bill and I moves the fucking needle,
Most brilliant fucking move ever.
and he drops a couple f-bombs. And Bill and I takes off, and he's right.
He can be a whole new guy. He can be a whole new character.
And by the
now.
way, he's right.
Yeah.
Todd doesn't believe in global warming, but the rest of us
Oh,
do.
I mean, it's happening. The world ends eventually. It burns up. That's the story of every planet that's ever existed.
Did you see the?
Yeah, it's getting warmer. Eventually, it's going to explode.
Did you see the largest asteroid in the universe video of it hitting the Earth?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, we're
I'm counting down the seconds. There's one coming in 2029 possibly that's got a shot.
That's
So, yeah.
awesome.
We got that to look forward to.
We do have. I mean,
Mark it down, Gorms.
Wait a minute. I got a question on this Bill Nye. Is he worldwide or just in the States?
Probably just in the States.
But does somebody know him in France, Ty?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
probably.
I'm sure
is
he's got
he
connects.
so is he known as Bill Nye the Science Guy in France? In French? In France. I'm serious on this. Think about
I
that.
think so. I think so.
Jesus. That was a real Zito moment
That
there.
was pretty
you
good,
had.
I
Don't
thought.
put that on me, Todd.
Wow.
Pretty good.
He called Bill Nye.
No,
It was a French joke. I don't know.
You want it or no? Yeah. Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Yeah.
Do people know him in France? Do you think they know him in France? He's been doing kids shows for 30 fucking years. Somebody got to know him in France.
For sure.
Is he known as Bill Nye the Science Guy in France?
Yeah.
Or is he known as Bill Nye the Science Guy?
Yeah. What a time for you to walk in.
Yeah. God, I thought that was good.
I thought it was good.
I
think it was-
deserve those crickets.
No, I think it was properly timed.
Yeah.
I deserve
But
those crickets.
why'd you change one?
Well, in France.
Not the others.
Huh?
Why didn't you change science too?
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Yes.
All right. Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Yeah, see,
Okay,
that's what
now
I
we
think.
got it. Thank you. I needed that. You know what I love? What do I love more than anything? Ty, you know this too. Trivia.
Oh, what
Trivia.
You brought trivia?
Trivia. I brought trivia for you guys.
I was
Russian
going to
trivia?
say top golf waitresses.
I got trivia.
Is this because you got smoked so bad the last time we all played trivia?
I know you guys are good, but I love trivia. So here we go. Everyone can play. Not that book, Pat. Here it is. Here it is. There are 10 pounds from Panama, which is the country Panama. They shipped over to the States 10 pounds of their finest coffee beans. Okay. Only 10 pounds because it's so. These beans are grown in such a fashion that I can't answer right now. Okay. But they only sent 10 pounds to America. They sent 5 pounds to a coffee shop in L.A. They sent 5 pounds to a coffee shop in San Francisco. True story here. True story.
West Coast bias.
Okay. Sold out in minutes.
Sure.
How much was a cup of coffee at these two restaurants of these Panamanian beans? Did I say it right?
$47.99.
So you're saying $50 a cup?
Was it a grande or a tall?
That I can't. A
The
cup
only
of
thing
coffee.
I can really compare this to is old Pappy Van Winkle.
What do you got?
Yes.
Oh,
Whiskey,
yeah.
Yep.
which goes for a various price depending on the time that you get it. So, like, whenever the 5 pounds arrived in L.A. and San Francisco, probably a different price whenever a pound was left at each
Yeah.
place. So
Is
I
it
think
like
it was
the
a
market?
scaled price. Was there a scaled price?
No,
Well, I think they did it wrong. Then.
not that I know of. All I know is 5 pounds went to
Fucking
L.A.,
amateurs.
5 pounds went to San Francisco. How much for a
One
cup
cup?
of coffee?
I'm saying
One cup.
$47.99.
Todd says $48.
$47.99.
Yeah.
23.48.
$25.
Nope, 23.48.
$23.48. Okay.
Okay.
Anyone?
This is. I mean,
I already saw it.
I'm
'cause you
going
wrote-
$1.
I mean, we're playing Price is Right rules, right?
$1.
All right.
500.
$75
70
for a cup of coffee and sold out in minutes in LA and San Francisco.
I would have bought one.
Those people are the worst.
You-
Line them
why-
up against
why
the
would you?
wall and fucking put a bullet in the
Because
hole.
$75 isn't going to like ruin my month, but it's enough money, and in the right circumstance, they're going to think I'm somebody.
Yeah, big swinging dick.
Yeah, because they're like, oh, you just bought a $75 cup of coffee. That guy's fucking got it
You
going
You
on.
can't put sugar or anything in that, right?
I,
No,
I
you
wouldn't.
can't.
I mean,
It's like you can't put
Yeah.
ice in a,
Probably in
a-
LA, though,
in a
they're like,
whiskey
"Did
like
you
that
make a
either.
frappuccino for me?"
Can't.
I would like the leave thing around it.
Gotta drink it neat.
Yeah, you got to drink it neat.
Yeah.
And what is it? You just jacked up, I bet. This is probably
I
just
don't know. Is it
Yeah,
the
it's
strength
gotta
or
be.
is it the taste?
I bet it's just smooth.
Dude, they only can produce so many poundage, and the U.S. only got 10 pounds of these beans.
This is Pappy Van Winkle. This is a great marketing play.
Thanks for playing trivia with me, boys.
$75 a cup.
Yeah, Todd, you
That's
win.
incredible.
That's good business.
You win a teddy bear from the carnival
I wasn't
that I
even
didn't
close.
fucking win.
Hi-yo.
I wasn't even close, though. That's
You're
incredible.
close as hell.
That's got to be the most expensive cup of coffee we've ever had, right?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, $75 for a cup of Joe.
I don't know. During the
Is that coming in a plastic paper cup?
I don't know. Did you have coffee while you're getting divorced?
Hello. Also,
Lots of it.
Boston Tea Party was not only tea that was thrown in there, so it was shortage of coffee. As well.
Yeah, it's true.
That's pretty expensive.
Yeah, it was pretty expensive.
Cost England a country.
Yeah.
And crumpets.
And what?
Crumpets.
I don't
Tea
think.
and crumpets.
Did we have crumpets as a colony?
Oh yeah, that's where we lost them all
We
that
used
day.
to really.
I don't
So
think they
that-
tossed out the crumpets.
So you know what is a crumpet?
Ah, it's like a little bread.
That a boy. Zito, little carb. Zito knows his carbs.
I can't eat them now. I can't eat them now. I
Keto
don't
zero.
want.
I can,
Keto Zito.
I can tell you, I've never had a crumpet. Has anybody else had a crumpet?
No.
You've been
definitely
to
had a
England
crumpet.
before. You
Similar
ever
to
had
a
crumpet?
baguette.
That's what I'm wondering right now. I have been to England before. I'm wondering if I just, because I'm assuming asshole me would be like, tea and crumpet.
You put a little jam on it.
Can I get a spot of tea and
try
some
it.
fucking crumpets?
Oh, it looks like an English muffin.
It's an English muffin.
Yeah, I'm sure
We've
I've
all
had
had
them.
them.
Yeah,
Oh, so we just call them English muffins.
It's somewhere in between an English muffin and a pancake.
By the way, I love what we do over here.
I do too.
What's your country? Deutschland. Germany. Got it. What is it called? A crumpet? Nah, English muffin. Got it. I love what we do, man.
Good name for a kitten, isn't it?
Hey, Crumpet, look at little Crumpet here.
Hey,
little angel.
I would fuck a crumpet up right now.
Gorman, did you drink like 12 O'Douls before you came
Did talk about O'Doul's, yeah.
We had a nice chat about it.
We did. I've had a few, but then that was like, what the hell?
Well, see, whenever you
What the hell?
whenever you sobered up, you drank O'Doul's for the next couple weeks. Whenever I was forced to sober up, I just smoked spice for a month.
Yeah.
It's two different animals, two different ways to skin a cat.
It is.
Mine caused a lot more brain damage, I think.
Some dangerous shit. O'Doul's, like, you don't drink beer for the taste, right?
No.
Like,
No,
so
I don't
that's
think
I don't
so.
know how that ever even took off.
Who enjoys the taste?
Yeah,
Is
nobody's
there
like
people
There
out
has,
there?
there has to be, right? Otherwise, those things wouldn't exist. They wouldn't still be selling them. There has to be someone out there who's like, yeah, I just love the way cold beer tastes.
Do they? Does anybody? I'm excited to hear this because I've slammed probably 50 beers in one day before, and that's no exaggeration. And I didn't enjoy one single taste of them. Not a single one of them.
I mean, there's definitely some times where
Like
Yeah, there are
natural light,
moments.
you get like a cold natural light, obviously,
Yeah,
or
that's
a Natter
delicious.
Day. Those are
Lord,
delicious,
without a doubt.
But those thicker beers, I don't understand the people that just love them.
they're
I
all
enjoy
acquired.
sitting in a bar and drinking an ice cold beer, but it tastes good
because
situationally. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I'm getting a buzz from the alcohol at the same time. That's
Yeah.
why
Sit
I enjoy
back
it.
and crack a
Yeah.
cold one.
I have though, like there's at certain situations, sip the beer and sit back and be like, God damn, that's delicious.
Yeah.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Did you
well-
feel like you were a 9?
But I don't know if it's because of the taste.
It's because you were Tony landscaping.
Yep.
You felt accomplished.
That's one of the
You
times
worked
to do it.
outside. You did
Oh,
stuff.
that tastes fucking good.
Or a nice like 5:15 Friday happy hour beer.
Oh,
Yeah.
been there, Tony.
Those are rewards. Those are
good.
treats.
Yeah.
Except it kind of screws up when you try and, fuck some guy's wife and fight the bar afterwards. But I've been there.
Yeah.
Some good
Here's
times.
why you know
They're
it's
like,
not
what are you doing? You were drinking O'Doul's. Let me start bar fights.
Here's why you know it's not like there's certain foods like let's for me, cheesecake, 9 a.m., 9 p.m., same amount of deliciousness for me.
Yes.
Really?
A beer,
Oh, yeah.
9 a.m., 9 p.m., not the same deliciousness.
Attaboy, good
Agreed.
call.
You ever had
Agreed.
cheesecake at
Good
9
call,
a.m.?
Dick.
Tony?
You know what I mean?
Takes a
Agreed.
9 a.m. beer tastes different than 9 p.m. beer.
Yes.
9 a.m.
Bingo.
beer is like, ugh.
Yes.
Yeah.
9 a.m. beer is a problem. Let's make sure we're talking.
Things
Depends
are
on
not
the depends
going
on the
well.
day.
Yeah.
You're right. St. Patrick's Day.
Saturday on a golf course.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Okay. That's a
Little
rule
tailgate.
breaker.
Oh, yeah, tailgate.
But if you're going to
You
work
watch them
after,
Hawkeyes
yeah.
at 9 a.m. before getting ready for them, haven't
well
you?
before 9.
Central Standard Time, bro. Those games
Those are
kicking
noon
off at
o'clock.
10
We,
o'clock.
we used to start drinking at like 4 a.m. on game
Oh,
days.
ew.
It's just stupid, but
Nice.
those are tough to take down. Yeah, big time.
Those thick beers, I don't know how people do them, though. I really don't know.
I've never acquired a taste for it.
I'm not an alcohol guy much anymore. I'll drink a natural light because it goes down smooth and it tastes great. I'll drink a Natter Day once the sun breaks here.
Damn,
But
that's
I'm not really an alcohol guy much anymore.
Yin Yang's the heaviest I'll go.
Yeah.
Listen, little something. Let me whisper in your ear. Tell you a little something I like.
Which isn't even like heavy or impressive. You go into like a craft brewery and order like a Yingling because they keep a few,
Yeah, buddy.
domestic. You get looked at funny.
I know.
You
Did
get
you say
people
Yingling?
docked down
Oh,
I thought you said yin yang.
I do.
No,
That's
he
what I
did.
call them.
Yeah.
Yings and wings.
too. You know, what it
Dude,
is.
I love
You
you.
head down Archie's, get 50-cent yings and wings.
Yins and yinglings.
I love Yingling. People make fun of me for it, but I've always
It's
loved
great.
it. I don't know. It's just made for me. I
America's
guess.
oldest brewery.
What's
Yeah.
bad about them?
The taste mostly is why I hate it.
Pottsville, PA.
I also like Dos Equis.
Oh, I love Dos Equis.
Hold on, what's that other one? Tecate.
Yeah,
It's the
Tecate.
boxing
Yeah.
one.
That's-
The fighting one.
That's always like commercial. Not commercial. I'm sorry. That's always like vacation beer.
Yeah.
That and
Modelo.
Dos Equis.
Yeah, Tecate's always available.
You know you're in a really bad spot when you go on vacation. They don't have Ducati, and they have El Presidente or Mister Presidente.
Been there.
It's called.
Been there.
Yeah, but you know what? You mix that with half a margarita called an
Oh, yeah, you have to.
iceberg or whatever ice beer or whatever they call it. Those are delicious.
You ever have a Yinzerita?
I think so. Yeah, it's Corona and.
No, icy light and then a margarita.
Yeah, oh yeah, but you do it like
Yeah,
the Corona.
yeah.
Yeah.
How about Red Stripe? Anybody?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've had a few in my day.
Hooray beer.
I don't mind a red stripe.
A Mickey's.
I don't like the taste of it.
I was with Nick. It was the night that McGregor fought.
Oh, you talking about fucking date rape pills back here?
Oh, you talking about when you bought the
Yeah, you
bought
said a
the
Mickey,
12
yeah.
pack of Mickey's?
Yeah, they're still in our fucking fridge.
I bought a 12 pack of Mickey's because
Holy
I
shit.
remember from like
This is
high
the worst
school
things of all
having
time.
one and thinking it was delicious.
The Big Mouth.
Boy, are they fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, the grenades.
bad.
I look back at them. I said,
Mickey's
"What are you
grenade.
doing right
Yep.
now?"
Isn't a
Oh, this is
Mickey-
gonna be so good.
Isn't a Mickey a code word for one of them date rape pills?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, in
an
like the
old
80s,
term,
right,
Yeah,
Corns?
like slip a Mickey.
But I had
I've
Mickey's
heard of
grenades
slipped
a
a
year
Mickey,
ago. And it was not a sober decision, obviously. You're not
You don't
buying
deserve-
Mickey's
I always thought they were
grenades
called
sober.
Ricky's.
And it was bad. Do not buy Mickey's grenades.
No, it's not for people that have any amount of money at all. If you have a job, you shouldn't be drinking Mickey. I don't care if you
Malt
work at
liquor, too,
McDonald's.
isn't it? It's a malt liquor.
Oh,
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Besides, that's some
bad.
class. If you're gonna drink a malt liquor, get a Hurricane.
Yes.
A Schlitz.
ISIS don't get enough credit.
A what?
A Schlitz.
ISIS.
Oh, sorry.
ISIS?
Yeah, ice.
Like Smirnoff Ice.
Yeah, like I get
I love
iced.
Smirnoff
I get
Ice.
iced all the
Coulda
time.
can't turn.
Nothing makes me more mad. I want to crow hop every single fucking person that does it.
Do you really? For me, everybody's like, oh, and then I drink it. I'm like, that was pretty delicious.
Don't make me drink this thing. It's delicious.
It's just like the joke was from like 2013. I get the same amount of anger when I see a Jordan crying face on the internet.
Really? They did bring back the ISIS. The ISIS got
Yeah.
brought back.
I
here
don't
in the
think those
last-
ever die.
See,
They-
in my head, they did die because they
They
were.
did.
I was around during the first wave
Yes.
of icing, but they got brought back, and now every
You know what
time,
it was? I think it was just everyone didn't have social media at the level they do now, and phones and cameras. So you could ice someone, but no one else knew except for who was in the bar.
Okay, so what do we? What
So
are we
now
bringing
everybody's
back?
gotta know.
We got to bring
That's
back
a good
some
Four
question.
Locos.
legal.
Table topping.
Huh?
Table topping.
What's that?
Oh, I remember this.
When you someone bends over somebody behind somebody.
Haystack.
and then you
Schoolboy.
push 'em.
Schoolboy.
Oh yeah.
Is that what you call
Yeah,
it?
it's schoolboy.
We call it haystack.
we called it schoolboy.
Haystack?
Yep.
That's how you learn how to take a bump, by the way, in wrestling.
Really?
Oh, the whole haystack.
Yeah, they
Schoolboy?
Oh, schoolboy. 'Cause-
Really?
Yeah, because you have to fall on your back completely, so there's no like
you can't.
you can't
legs
land on
kick
your
up.
can't be your tailbone back head.
Yeah.
That's take a bump.
Take a bump in wrestling is when you go on your back.
Take a bump for me, man. A couple different things back in the day.
There was a period of time.
Did you learn how to do that?
Hey, let me take a bump.
Chopper
real quick,
Rapper.
right?
There was a period of time where I feel like every single fucking time I went out, someone, if I was holding a bottle of beer, would hit the top of it with their bottle of
Oh yeah, and
I-
butt and chip it.
I love
Yeah.
doing that.
You did.
I used to
I
be.
used to love-
I used
beer.
to
I would
be
just
my
squirt it right in
shit,
their
boy.
face. All right, man, sure.
That
right
to
here, right in
me,
your fucking
That's the
face.
a
move.
lot of people will call me a prick. That to me is the biggest prick move of all time.
It is.
And
I
I've never
lived
do it
for
to
it.
somebody.
It is now, but I used to do it all the time. So my bad.
You would. I'd do.
The spray though, the spray is the answer.
Yeah.
But have you ever done it so hard, which I have, that you do this and it
Knocks the
this
bottom
whole-
off?
Yeah, knocks the bottom off
Classic.
perfectly. Phew, and
Yeah.
then,
Love it.
Yeah, that's a little bit too.
We had
hard.
a kid who always did the bottle over the head thing,
Oh yeah.
and then he sent himself to the hospital, sliced open his fucking head.
He hit himself in the head with the beer bottle.
Yeah, they
that was
do
like
the
his
break
party
thing.
trick. Yeah.
And when it break,
Yeah, yeah.
it's so hard to break.
Well, you got to take the bottom off. That was the trick.
Ah.
But he was blacked out one time and he forgot to do the old setup to the magic trick. So he just busted his fucking head
What's
open.
that guy up to now? Hey, Nick, what's up, dude? How's things?
Nick wasn't that guy. Nick wasn't that guy.
I saw my buddy hit a guy in the head with a beer bottle, and I thought, yeah, it wasn't like the movies at all. It was more
No.
Just almost made me throw up there. Like he just brained the guy and got a 1.5 year house arrest because of it. Almost killed the dude.
This looked a lot cooler than Roadhouse.
It's just a sick little thump. And you're like, oh,
It's a sick sound.
What did you just do?
Could definitely set up a viral video right now, though. If you take the bottom off of a bottle and you act as if you're mad at somebody, walk in, smash it over their head, and they just stand there and take it and just stare them down. That video would go viral in less than 4 seconds. It would just be gone. Just like, look at this fucking savage eat a bottle, eat a fucking bottle with his head.
And then he choke slams him through a table.
Oh yeah,
Well, see, maybe that looks too staged.
probably.
Maybe he takes a bottle back.
We're word shopping it here.
Yeah, we're word shopping.
Word shopping.
We're word shopping it here, Zeke.
Yeah, as we should.
I would love though. I wonder if you can order the movie beer bottles on the internet.
Oh,
Guaranteed.
Candy glass?
bro.
You, yeah,
ones
you
that shatter
definitely
like
can.
that.
In the glass, like the actual full
Yeah.
glass. Can I order that?
Yeah, candy
we
glass.
should
can
get a bunch of
absolutely
those.
should get.
Fuck ton.
Oh my God, we should be throwing people through those every day. That should be something that happens every
Every
not
single
even filmed, just for us.
I
Oh,
agree.
you know, it'd be a funny one if we put it like right behind our front door, and they open up the front door and just you can't see it, and they go to walk through, and they walk through the glass.
Oh, nice.
And then we hit Stone Cold Steve Austin's music every time. Gorman, you ever go through that in your movies?
I've the broken glass. Yeah, when it was brought up, like candy glass, like Ty said, the prop guy would come out and go, "Do not squeeze this, please. Like, don't touch it until you have to touch it, because if you pick it up, the bottle, and you squeeze it too much, it'll go.
Really?
It'll go. So he's like, just don't touch it till the scene's
What about a pane of glass?
Never. No.
Okay.
You never been like thrown through it?
No. I was just no. I was a hitman most of the time. Well, not most of the time, but my claim to fame was I was, as I said, the worst hitman in two of my movies of all
Yeah,
time.
you didn't even get thrown through glass or throw anyone through glass.
And I mean, I shot literally over 1,000 rounds and still came up bupkis.
You gotta feel pretty good though. You never killed anybody on screen.
Yeah,
I do.
Sleep
I
good
do
at
feel
night?
good about that.
Sleep as a hitman too.
Yeah.
Killed 0 people.
So your kill death ratio, you've been
Very
killed.
bad. Yeah.
How many times? Have you
Low
been-
draft choice.
How many
Low.
times have you been killed?
How'd you die? Did you die like Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, I don't want to bring up the first one. It was really bad. It was with Angie Everhart, believe it or not, in a movie I did with her.
The bathtub, right?
Yeah, it was awful. That's a bad scene. Zito, tell me you didn't
How
see
did you
that.
die?
I saw that one.
Oh, is that bad?
How did you die?
Bad, man.
Electrocuted?
Yeah, she threw. What'd she throw in the tub?
It was a hairdryer or something, wasn't it?
What, you saw this too?
I think I saw it too. Now that I'm thinking about
it's
it.
bad. It's embarrassing. Yeah. That
What are you
was
doing?
bad.
Just flopping around in the water?
Yeah, just like
Not proud of that one.
We need more
not proud in
flop
the
out of you.
least. Guys, like, man, maybe tone it back a little bit. It's just a hair dryer.
By the way,
threw in
Gorm
there.
said Rogers, terrible actor in that the way he flopped.
Wow.
Didn't like it at all.
I didn't like the way you ran.
I'm
like
still
it.
not
Yeah.
convinced that's him.
I'm not
The
either.
running.
He did this too before the
But
fire got there, which is not on
I know.
him.
No,
It's on the fire.
He
It's on the
wouldn't
editor.
slip like that. The guy slipped.
Why would they put Aaron Rodgers in that precarious of a
There's
situation?
no tread, Todd. If you have ever been back to that time period, there's no tread
that's
on those
true,
shoes
and
at
he had
all.
those
And there's a
sandal
lot
things
of
on.
sand and gravel.
Yeah.
It was wet. It looked wet.
All they had to tell him was, look, dude, you got a rush coming at you. You're avoiding the rush. Roll the tape. And it didn't come out that way. I'm sorry. I love him as a football player. I thought he was shitty as
Are
an
you
actor.
judging a half a second clip of Aaron
I'm
Rodgers?
just thinking he went backwards before the explosion. That's all I'm saying. He was off like
That's
a half.
not on him.
That's not on
the
him. That's
CGI.
on the fake
on the
explosion. Come on, that's on the dragon, actually.
Yeah.
That thing flies a little faster.
you're-
Maybe Aaron Rodgers
right.
goes down on the
You're
right time.
Hey, Raj, I take it back.
Maybe even the
He
direction.
does listen to this show.
Because, I mean,
I
that
take it
fire's
back.
coming from behind him, and he jumped backwards.
I don't think
it
it
really
was
make
him.
a lot of sense.
You don't think he
No,
listens?
I don't think it was him. No, I think he listens. If you're listening, Aaron, I don't believe that was you. I think you had a much cooler part. We need to find it. He wouldn't run like that.
I don't.
No.
I honestly don't,
I don't think.
he-
I don't think so either.
No.
Took a tight bend in shoes.
I think
with
that
no
picture
traction.
that I posted was him.
I do too. I think he was
only
the
problem
middle
is-
guard
Could
in
have
the
been,
row.
The only problem is the picture he posts is one with the beard and stuff like that.
Yeah, but hey, listen, they were shooting that thing for 55 fucking days.
Yeah, true.
I mean, they were shooting that thing for 55 days. Let's assume he was around a couple times. We'll put you in a couple different spots. We don't know what we'll use you as. You know
Zito,
what I mean?
didn't you hear something? Weren't we talking about? Was it you, Zito, or you, Ty? I can't remember. Never mind.
The
Could be-
video that popped up, like the after.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had like a headband and a beard. But I looked at
Well, no, you said you
That
saw
was a
something
picture
behind
he
the scenes.
Yeah, that was the thing.
Oh yeah, they do say, but they just said try to find Aaron Rodgers in the background. He says he's initially helping someone, and then he gets the hell out of there. So
I know what he's talking about. I'll send it to you.
Oh, it's back at Arya right at the end. Whenever she was walking to the white horse.
it could have been.
And I think he was down to the right. I saw that picture circulating as well.
I mean, just be.
I think Aaron Rodgers might have been in there 4 times. I mean,
Where was it shot?
It's like a whole Where's Waldo thing.
Scotland or something.
He's in Ireland. In
Ireland.
Dublin.
So he went over there and shot that?
Yeah, he's in Dublin. Yeah,
He's got a lot of money.
Probably golf too, if I had to
He's got a lot
guess.
of money.
he was with Danica.
Yeah, it probably.
Probably grabbed a private jet,
Danica.
flew over real quick, did some fucking awesome shit, filmed the movie.
How do you say that girl's name, by the way? It dates Aaron Rodgers?
Danica?
Well, I would assume you would say Danica.
Denica,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Denica Patrick.
Denica.
Flipped me off, by the way, years ago,
She did?
right outside the track. She did a move. I was like, what the hell, lady? I'm standing here. She goes by. It's her going to the track. It's 16th and whatever the road
She's
is.
in a golf cart, obviously.
No, she's in her, it was a Tahoe. It was our,
Whatever they have for the
SUV.
track.
Yeah.
Chevy.
And I'm like, what the flip? And I look over and she's like, flip me off.
Was she driving?
No,
She
no,
was
she was
being-
in a passenger.
being
And then
hauled
I
around.
said, and
I
then
don't know, Gorms. She's very small. I don't know if she could see over the window, to be honest.
I mentioned it to her years ago in an interview, and I said, by the way, do you remember flipping me off at 16th and Rockville or whatever the road is, And she's like, no, I don't remember that, but you probably deserved it. I was like, you know what? Yeah, all right.
Great to bring up, by the way. I'm sure she enjoyed that.
Like she would remember that moment. Hell yeah, I remember.
What if she
You were a
did, though?
motherfucker.
Sometimes-
What if she did, though? There's 45 roads closed. I'm trying to make a U-turn. You get your fucking dumbass in the way. What do you think I'm going to do to you? Yeah, fuck you, and this interview's over. What if Denica did that? I would have been so jacked up.
Oh, dude. If I was her, I would have lied. I would have made up a whole story about it.
I was kind of throwing her a softball, but she just...
Well, you're also bringing up something where she didn't look great. It's probably not a good move in the interview
Yeah.
process, if I had to
Flicking
guess.
off the outer.
Real quick, Danica, do you remember when you were a big bitch? One time? Remember that?
It's a good way to get a great interview, Gorms.
Yeah, that's funny. I've only interviewed her once. Never came back. Now it makes sense.
Fucking Gorms. This has been a fun episode. Thanks for listening, everybody. Special thanks to our man, Robert Kelly. Make sure you tag him in a tweet. Thank him for coming on the show and calling in. He's fucking awesome. Let him know. And thanks for all you do. Pay attention to the store. New shit's coming up. Don't forget about the store.
yeah,
Always new shit changing. It's going to be cool. And breaking news pretty soon. Pat's going to be breaking something pretty cool to you.
Breaking news pretty soon.
life-changing.
We're going to be breaking news soon.
Breaking news soon.
Possibly.
This is breaking news to let you know that news will be breaking
Pretty large.
pretty soon.
Pretty large breaking news for the PMI office.
We're excited about it.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly.
I mean, we got to hold firm on our grounds of negotiation
Yep,
here.
exactly.
We don't want to look too excited, but
Yeah. If you're listening to this show, cross your fingers right now. Don't uncross them until Pat breaks the news. That would help significantly.
yeah, we want you all to become 8-fingered human beings.
Mm-hmm.
That
You
would
can
help
do
us
it.
out a lot.
Yeah.
If you did, look, I just did the math there. You see that?
Nice.
Not the shocker, Gorms.
But yeah,
It's almost like,
Oh, I get it.
yeah, because you're crossing
it's,
the fingers.
it's called the shocker.
yeah. You're doing the shocker right now.
Is this a Game of Thrones thing I missed? Or?
No. the shocker. You
Kind
know
of,
it's a
yeah.
shocker.
Kind of a throne thing.
Are
Yeah.
thumbs fingers?
Arth.
That's actually kind of a good
I don't think they are.
question.
Yeah, they are.
Some would say the opposable thumb is the only thing that separates us from the other species in
Exactly.
the wildlife. But whenever the Europeans count, they use the thumb as one.
They do.
So it's like 1,
Oh, he's my
2,
I'm starting
3.
to do that too, and I don't know why.
I think
just
I am
picked
as
it up.
well.
Yeah.
And I do 3. I always do this.
I've been doing that too, and I never used to. I was always.
It's all right here.
Give
Wait,
yourself
you don't
away.
start with your pony finger?
3.
Not the German 3.
The German 3.
You got to be careful with that one.
Oh, that was in the movie where they're down in the
Inglourious
basement.
Bastards.
Down in the
There it is.
basement,
Hey,
they go
you
down
knew
to the
it.
bar.
You knew it.
Yeah, look at me, man. I know
Give you
movies.
away.
Yeah. I know movies.
All right, that's it. Now here's some cool music or some shit. I don't know. We're out.
Nailed it.